personally, I'm always ready to learn, although I do not always like being taught. Winston Churchill. How y'all doing, man? For anybody, everybody that's listening, it's the Same Planet, Different World. I'm your host, Chevy UKC, aka Same Planet, Different World, aka Pilot God. I ain't gonna go too silly with this one. I'm on a real somber note. Just recently, my grandmother Charlotte passed, my mom's mom. And this is a woman who, a lot of my life, we had a lot of points of contention. But it's mostly because she was tough on me. And she was always real with me, honest with me. And I didn't see that till I got grown. Now, she took out a lot of her issues on me. She punished me for a lot of things that my dad did. I get it. Look like him, act like him. Started manifesting some of his traits. But this is one of the few people who, no matter what I did in this world, no matter how I acted, no matter what I said to her, it didn't matter who I was. She always showed me love, man. And she was always there for me when I was on my staycation, locked away in that box, in that cage. I remember she sent me $5, man. And that broke me down, and I cried because you don't have to send me anything. She didn't have to do anything. The fact that she even thought about me enough to take time out of her life to go do that, it let me know. It let me know what I already knew, that woman loved me. And, of course, what normally happens when the elder in somebody's family dies is I called one of my peoples. No, let me take that back. I was reached out to by one of my brothers. And so, exchanging the numbers, I ended up calling them. And we had a long, dope conversation. And if anybody knows me and my brother, I'll just call him Life. See Life. If anybody knows us, we don't have conversations that don't end with arguments or end with fights and some type of fisticuffs. And as the little brother, I feel like I owe him a good thrashing. But the respect I got for him and the love I got for him because of the type of man he is, despite our circumstances, despite our upbringing, the type of father he is, despite having the father that we had, it ain't nothing but love and respect. It's just we two very strong-willed individuals, two stubborn individuals, and we always have great conversations, but it's just not always that we want to listen and learn. But this was one of the rare times where we did, and that's why I started with the quote by Winston Churchill of, personally, I'm always ready to learn, although I do not always like being taught. That's something that both me and my brother can relate to. And so, y'all got to forgive me for the quality. It was kind of one of those haphazard things. I kind of just recorded it out of the blue because it got so in-depth. It got so deep. But again, it was prompted by the sad news of our grandmother passing. And I know she would want us to be closer. She would want us to talk more and to communicate more. And that's what this podcast is supposed to be about. Conversations. Communication. We all live on the same planet, but in different worlds. So, listen, learn, judge, critique, laugh, cry, get frustrated and cut it off, whatever you want to do. But thank you. Thank you, Charlie, for everything you taught me, for the unconditional love. I miss you, baby. Yeah.
The niggas that still live on the plantations in the South and love it. And still claim their last names and don't have no problems with it, knowing it came from a white person that kept them enslaved.
I was just trying to tell my old lady about the Williams last name and where the fuck it came from. And it notes me being property and my ancestors being owned by the Williams family.
They did a good disservice to us, bro. But the dumb down of this fucking, the black people in this goddamn country is the main motherfucking reason. Fuck, man, I forgot about the subject we was on before I got to that shit. But,
man, we was just talking about this history and this system.
Yeah.
Basically, and what they use in our fucking culture for and how they dumbing us down, using our own shit against us.
Yeah, rap. Yeah. Rap is the number one thing they using is dumb us down, bro, and deplete us from our history. They then went back
bro,
to
I
Southern
peeped,
house niggas, and now they the most popular, because
yeah.
hip-hop been the voice of black people for the last 40 years.
Bro, it's the voice of everybody now.
Voice. Yeah,
because I noticed, bro, our people, we the fucking tastemakers for this world.
Bro, we the plug.
We the plug. We the gods and the mutants of this world, bro. Like, cause I be watching all this X-Men shit, and I'm like, that story is us. Yeah. It's these special people who didn't choose to be special. They just are. Ain't even trying to hurt nothing, getting depressed. I'm like, bro, if that ain't us, bro, I don't know who the fuck it is.
Like last year, bro, I just read a little documentary thing about how a black man originally wrote Superman.
I can see that.
We the ones need the savior.
I can see that.
Right? That's where that came from. I don't even go into details of it. We the ones need the savior. We the ones need the fucking Superman. And that's what Superman came about.
But you can even look at Superman from a scientific standpoint. We absorb the sunlight. You know what I mean? We absorb it and use it, and like we use it for it don't cook us like that. Yeah, me and you, we get black as a motherfucker, but we get healthier.
If Superman was really white and flew his ass in the sun, nigga be baked goods.
Bro, when I worked at this wash a couple years ago, and I got super, super dark in the summer, I would look at myself and be like, man, I look fucking beautiful.
Beautiful.
Because I was super dark, bro, and I hated that shit when I was little when we was in South Carolina. Yeah. But like I was seeing myself, you know, with a different conscience. I'm like, damn, I look good as a motherfucker dark. Yeah. Like I look good, man.
You didn't feel energy though, did you?
I felt powerful, bro.
Powerful.
I was never tired like how I am now, just being cooped up all goddamn day, like being inside all day in the cold. Like I didn't feel like this. I always had energy, bro.
I used to go out sunbathe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, get that dark meat, my nigga. That's what we living in Africa for, man.
Bro, I need it, man.
Niggas is the oldest motherfuckers on the planet, bro. They've been eating that sun for thousands of fucking years, bro.
And we actually flip it and use it instead of it just cooking us up. So to your Superman point, I peeped that, bro. I peeped that, man. I was like, this motherfucker would cook. Like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck where he from. The motherfucker's white. He ain't gonna, he white. He gonna fucking cook. And he go up to the sun. He go up to space and recharge and heal. That's us. We recharge and heal from that. I even just read something recently about the pineal gland and how it needs X amounts of, I forgot what the sun rays basically, and how you shouldn't wear shades all the time because you need to absorb that light, and just for us though. But it was just some dope ass shit I seen.
In our bodies.
Yeah.
Hey, turn your phone down, bro.
My fault.
Yeah, we make sunlight into vitamin D.
Yeah.
People can't even use the motherfucking sunlight.
Yeah.
Period. They got to fucking supplement by drinking poison, this cow milk and shit like that.
Bro. Because me and her, that's our only battles is me knowing certain shit and really trying to live it. And her still being in that mode where she don't know certain shit, so she don't give a fuck. Yeah. Because we had that talk about milk. We finally got off that. That was a while ago, though. A few summers now. Now the corn syrup shit is our next battle.
They don't know either, though, bro.
I already know.
I had to learn that, too. Our people don't know either. They was lying. You know, their own people was lying to them, too.
I already know. Because even the food pyramid, bro, I've learned so much shit is bogus. Yeah. I've learned so much shit is bogus that they make fact. That they force it and make it a fact. Yeah.
White folks. They the original stupid people. They even the language is stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Languages ain't just fucking spoken words. We don't even, your brain hears the tone of the fucking language you speaking. And it's like fucking music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And English got one tone. Just
one tone. Yeah, you ain't bullshitting, bro.
So when you speak English to people, you literally speaking dumb to them. Like, people, you can't gain knowledge from motherfuckers speaking English. When you speak a foreign language, Swahili language, Chinese language.
Bro, when I was studying Arabic, that shit was hella melodic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, before I studied it, it sounded like just a bunch of noise and gibberish and motherfuckers talking like animals. Yeah. But when I found out that most, older languages is guttural, and they would sound like noises to us.
Nigga,
But they was actually communicating energy. They was actually communicating on certain frequencies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's what language is, bro. That's how the brain understands language. You know, some African languages, Chinese languages have 20 plus tones, bro.
Yeah.
20.
Yeah.
That mean like when you fucking make a beat, you got motherfucking 20 sounds in one fucking beat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know how much information your brain to take in listening to a beat like that?
Bro, because we did, man, you used to hella roast like the Chinese and the Arabic, Spanish, but now you ain't lying. When I think about what you just said, especially with the Chinese language, they do got emphasis on tones.
Bro, tone.
And melody and different pitches is how they communicate.
Yeah, the brain hears the tone first, and then it makes the fucking words.
Yeah, because I was explaining to her, words is vibration, words is frequencies,
all that,
and
all
energy.
that, bro. That shit is information to the brain.
Yeah,
knowledge. Period. And English is completely the most dumbed down fucking language that humans can possibly speak.
That's I think it was like manufactured.
It is.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it comes from European.
Because we talking about some motherfuckers. Yeah, they got some stolen language and know what the fuck they doing.
Languages and not understanding the shit and having to come back and then interpret that shit in a dumbed down manner for the rest of their people to understand the shit. And then they was, for the last 700-800 years, been the most fucking popular force in the world. Yeah. And they've been teaching a dumbed down fucking language to everybody.
Yeah.
A dumbed down everything. Let's just look at like fucking overseas or anywhere in the world where you see motherfuckers living their own lifestyle, and then a missionary come over there,
bro,
and change their lifestyle, and turn them into Christians and religious,
and ruin them.
Tell me they don't look dumber,
and ruin them
before,
and ruin them, because it takes them out of their. First of all, it takes them out of their natural element. They in tune with some things already. They got what they need already, and they come over there. No, all that is bogus. Here, take this. Here, take this.
They look illiterate after that.
Yeah, get rid of your facts and take our fiction.
They don't have any understanding of nothing no more. They look like they completely lost.
Bro, you ever heard of a place called Sentinel Island?
Sentinel?
Yeah.
I think of.
I think
I have, but I don't really know much.
I forgot the exact location, but it's some brothers and sisters, right? And anybody who come on their island, they murk them. If you come in peace, no matter what you come for. Yeah. Because they trying to get in there and see what's going on. They've been that way for thousands of years. I'm like, leave them people alone, though.
Yeah.
Because they trying to send the missionaries and all this, like, but everybody that come over there, they murk them. Now, hopefully, I hope them people can maintain and stay that way, because you know these motherfucking devious people. They'll come up with something, drop a bomb, something.
Yeah.
They'll do something to them.
Them people, they should be modernized, but not religionized, modernized.
I don't think they should be messed with if they straight. If they ain't hurting nothing, if they ain't hurting nothing and they cool, you know what I mean? Like, if they ain't hurting nothing, they ain't got a disease that can break out, they cool, leave them be.
Yeah, that's true, but you gotta look at it this way. We, on this world that we live on, this motherfucker changes every year, and species can go extinct without anybody fucking with them, period.
True.
And if humans want to just completely live nature like that, then they can be subject to the same type of extinction. We didn't put ourselves in a position where we can think past extinction.
It should be their choice, though.
Yeah,
Because what you just said, your point about the missionaries and these colonizers, they come in and force that on people. Like, nah, feel how we feel, think how we think. If them people straight, they've been like that for millennia, bro. So I would leave them be.
Like that. Yeah, we shouldn't go over there and try to religionize people and technologize people and shit like that.
Because we got a bunch of junk in our lives that, unfortunately, this pollution and shit.
Yeah, because we done built ourselves up that way.
Yeah.
But for them, only thing we should do is go over there and show them some shit like, here, this is just what the rest of the world look like. This is just what the rest of the world has came from. We came from where y'all living, and we didn't advance to this point.
Yeah.
Y'all got the same opportunity, and then keep it pushing.
Yeah.
Just give them the fucking idea.
But we know the people, but me and you know, the people that would go do it, they're not going to give them that option.
You see it, yeah, that's why.
I wish they would.
The nigga was a missionary that went over there. He had it dead set in his motherfucking heart just to go over there and convert them into Christians.
Yeah.
Period. That's the most of the time that's the only mission.
Yeah.
Just to go convert motherfuckers into Christianity. Because that's their power source. You know what I'm saying? That shit didn't work for a long time, teaching people to believe in God. When you can get somebody to believe in a God, bro, that's...
I already know.
I mean, man,
I was there, bro.
That's the best game you can ever have.
When I was, I like to call it on staycation, I joined this program called IFI, right? Interfaith Industries. And that's all it was indoctrination, bro. That is literally all it was indoctrination, brainwashing. Here, give us you. Give us your psyche. Give us your soul. Let us control your thoughts and thinking and feelings. I was like, yeah, this ain't right. I'm out.
Hey, I would have punched you in the head, bro. Bro, once Mama and Isha joined it, listen, it's only one rule in the Bible. It's a million rules, commandments, all that shit. But you know, it's only one rule in the Bible. You know what that is?
Nah.
You can't believe in another God. That's it. All the other rules and shit, you can beg for forgiveness for and you'll be forgiven. Yeah. But that rule, believe in another God, practice another religion, that's the only thing you can't be forgiven for. Yeah. And I was the kind of kid, bro, when I was 9, I remember going up and pointing a finger to the sky just to see if I get struck down by lightning. Once I didn't get struck down by lightning, I knew at least that part was a lie. Yeah. And then once Mama and Isha joined another religion, another God, and nothing happened, I knew that at that point, bro, that this...
Bro, I don't know who...
This shit it couldn't be real.
I don't know who or what or whatever's beyond us, but we left our own devices.
Yes.
Like, can't nobody convince me that somebody looking out for us, some benevolent being is loving us and guiding us, because we on our own out this motherfucker. I'm sorry. We on our own, bro. I'm sorry.
That's the only reason that I could ever believe in a God is if...
Now, I believe in a creator.
He created us, and then he moved on about his business and left us to our own devices, bro.
Bro, I've seen that narrative in a lot of TV shows and a lot of movies, especially Supernatural. That's when I watch and I study, because they drop a lot of esoteric knowledge in there, and that's their whole thing. They met God, and he was like, well, I'm basically off of this. Y'all can do what you want. And him and his sister held hands and disappeared.
And so, but that's closer to God not existing than God being real. Because if you left us to our own devices, then following all these religions and shit don't have no purpose.
Bro, I had to, man, because I told you, I tried to do the nation. I knew something wasn't right off top. Yeah. I got great intuition, you know what I mean? So I was off that. I was
the best game ever created, bro.
I was locked up in the county. I was locked up in the county on solitary, bro, and the only book in my room was a Bible. I was like, this is a sign. This is a sign. So I was like, I'm going to be a diehard Christian. But, bro, I read that book cover to cover, and all I discovered was, this is some bullshit.
Because of the shit that was implanted in your head from the...
Yeah, it was just my programming. My programming had me thinking that, everything I need is in here. This is the solution. This is the answer. So I tried to be diehard. But once I read that, I was like, this ain't the word of some benevolent being. This is humans. Humans wrote this shit.
Remember how many times we saw Mama reading the Bible when we was doing our worst?
Bro, I know so many people, man.
Remember how many times just praying and praying and praying, trying to, and that shit didn't work, and then as soon as Mama then switched to the nation, they ain't never been happier. And regardless of the brainwashing and shit, they found something true.
Bro, that's why I never shitted on them and their beliefs. Even once I found out what that really was, you know what I mean? Because I've studied Al-Islam, which is the real shit from the Middle East or whatever the fuck location it is. Like, and it ain't that. It ain't what they own. You know what I mean? But I feel like anything that empowers somebody, that frees them, makes them a better being, I'm all for it. If they going in the right direction with it, if they got the right intention with it, if it's growing you, because all that shit grew me, bro. Because I was studying the Christian shit and I got locked up. When I went to prison, I met a brother named Daniel Bowie, and he was like a Muslim, like real Islam. And I started studying with him, and he made me question a lot of shit. And my main takeaway from studying real Islam was, don't take nothing for like at face value. Seek knowledge from east to west, from from sun up to sundown, and always the mind of the believer stagnant. It was a lot of deep shit that you wouldn't expect from a religion, but it was basically encouraged me to keep growing and to keep learning.
That knowledge don't stop, bro.
Yeah, because I hit that point where I was like, yeah, I'm outgrown this. I'm over here faking at this point because I'm over here making salat and greeting these brothers, but it ain't. I don't feel that. I don't feel that energy no more. Yeah. You know what I mean? So no disrespect to it, but I seen that, okay, this is what this is. And then I moved on. Yeah. And that's just how I am now, bro. I just absorb.
Get that knowledge, bro, and just keep growing. Because, I mean, everybody think it's a purpose, bro. But, I've been studying nature. I gotta say my whole life now. I didn't read encyclopedias, about animals and shit when I was 8 for nothing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I didn't came to the realization, bro, it's not a purpose. You know what I'm saying? We are reproducing towards the future just to fucking see what the future beholds. And that's it. And only the future generations can behold the future. Period.
Yeah, that's true.
The only objective of life is to reproduce. And then beyond that reproduction, it's really no purpose for the individual once you reproduce. Because, I mean, all of us, every living creature is a reproduction of something that's been gone from, and it's millions of years in some cases. Yeah. Billions of years in some cases. And that life form billions of years ago don't have anything except for the life force that's left. That life don't have anything to do with the life today at all.
That's true.
It's still been going on for billions of years. And life changes. The world changes. Nothing is the same today as it was a billion years ago, but the life was still there. And as we keep going forward, it'll be another billion years from now. And we won't have me and your conversation right now. This won't mean shit a billion years from now. Yeah. It will be absolutely nothing.
Hey, not unless it get canonized.
Yeah.
Not unless, not unless it get canonized somehow. Like that. That's the only way, and it can be used to somebody's advantage. That's the only way.
And both of our
That's what I'm seeing.
They're gonna have another conversation 20 years from now. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then their children are gonna have a conversation 20 years from now.
That's true, bro.
It's nothing gonna have nothing to do with us, bro. Man, I think that the intelligence that we got as humans, I think that we could take the only thing that we can live for is to take that to another level. That's it.
That's what I'm trying to do now, bro.
That's it.
Because I had a chick ask me a few years ago what my ultimate goal was. I was like, to be limitless. To use 100% of my capacity and potential. Yeah. Whatever form that takes. That's the only goal I got.
That's the life force, bro. That's your life force telling you to do that. That's what we're supposed to do, bro.
I've always felt that hunger, man.
Yeah.
Like always, bro.
Yeah.
I just couldn't explain it for a while. I couldn't pinpoint it for a while.
And you're never going to pinpoint it.
Always being restless and not feeling normal and not feeling like normal world shit didn't matter to me. I didn't care about certain shit. It just ain't important to me.
We always headed forward, bro. And we have been stuck in it. We've been trained in a position that we're supposed to be looking forward to something as we be going forward. And if you're not setting a course for the fucking future, then there's nothing to look forward to.
Yeah.
Period. I mean, if you don't start today and plan for something you want 10 years from now, then there's nothing to look forward to 10 years from now. You're just subject to just sit around and wait for the world to change around you. Period.
Yeah. I've done that. I've been guilty of that.
Course. If you don't have a course, then you're just going with the flow. Period.
Because I used to.
But that's how the world is.
Yeah.
The world is just flowing. Bro, I don't believe in time no more, bro.
I don't either. I never have.
I think, time is fucking with our minds.
Bro, I was a kid when I heard Einstein's theory of time ain't linear, it's relative.
Yeah.
And then once I realized that if you look at any clock, you can look at any clock around you right now, all of them got a different number. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? All this shit is just humans trying to put a construct on some shit and put it in a box so we can control it and understand it and make it seem like it's something we got power over when we do not. We exist in this moment. Yesterday is a memory and tomorrow is a wish, a thought. Right now exists. And right now it can't time right this millisecond. You can't time it.
Hell no.
Bro, I've been stopped thinking in terms of years and minutes and seconds, and that's before I even came home.
Yeah, and that shit'll kill you. That shit breaks people's
I seen it.
Like that.
I seen it, bro. I had a dude come to my cell and ask me for one of them little red calendar books that we all used to get from this little ministry. He went in this cell, bro, was calculating and came back, told me, man, I got something 100 days. I got something 1,000 hours, something million minutes. I'm like, fam, you gonna jump off this railing if you keep doing that.
Yeah, if you really count down.
I'm like, bro, if you keep doing that, you gonna fucking go mad and just take a leap. Like, I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Look at it like this, bro. If time really exists, then it's...
As far as this construct and this narrative we've been given? Yeah.
If it exists, it's never ending, right?
True.
We live on a clock in a calendar with months and days and years and shit.
And our calendar is the Gregorian calendar, which is the youngest, most bullshit calendar out there.
Yeah, and all watches and calendars, they all are just repeating. They're not ongoing.
You right. You right.
Ongoing.
Yeah, you right.
A clock is 12 hours and it repeats 12 hours again.
From 12 a.m. to 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. to 12 p.m. Damn, you right.
Yeah, that's just the same thing repeating itself over and over again. That's not time. Time, if it exists, is just something that's ongoing. It's not no such thing as fucking 12 hours in a day. 24 hours in a day. There's no such thing as fucking 12 months in a year if time is ongoing. It won't never repeat itself.
Bro, and look at, like our ancestors, to my knowledge, some of them, it's called the circadian rhythms, which is what they lived off of, like cycles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you look at our shit. I was telling my chick, like, why is New Year in the middle of what we call winter if it's a new year? Like, shouldn't that shit when everything is rebirthing and coming back? Like, and she kind of looked at me like, what? I was like, I'm just asking a question because, like, real shit, it makes no sense to me. So that lets me know that this is bullshit and it's set up for a reason. There's some more shit that, here, take this narrative and run with it. Makes you easier to control.
Another controlling factor, man. It consumes motherfuckers so much.
It makes us limit ourselves too, bro. Because you notice, back to the hip hop conversation, you notice with our people, once you hit a certain point, oh no, you too old to do that. Or you too old to be passionate and be creative. Or you too old, We want our people to hurry up and die and get out the way.
Yeah, get out the way.
But everybody else, you look at the Rolling Stones, the Beatles, these motherfuckers 800,000 years old. And they get revered. People praising them. Yeah, people praising them for their longevity. Like, but us, we limit the fuck out ourselves. Let's stay young. Even like I see the conversation with the young dudes versus the old dudes. I feel like that's another narrative that was put out there to divide us up.
It is, because it didn't used to be like that.
Because we paid homage, bro. The shit we grew up on, they paid homage to what came before.
Yeah.
And gave a fuck.
60 years ago, bro, youngsters didn't have nothing to look up to but the old heads.
Yeah.
Nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Absolutely. These youngsters today ain't got nothing to look up to the old heads, but for some reason, they don't see the future. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
These
I thought that too.
Don't know that,
like, you think you're going to exist in your current state indefinitely, motherfucker? Like, you're going to be a grown-ass man one day.
Hey, I remember when I was 19, bro, we had a homie Flip. He had an older brother. We had a homie Fresh. He had an older brother, Flip. He was 31. We was all 19, 20, 21. We thought this nigga was the oldest nigga in the world.
Yeah.
Hey, that 10 years from when I was 20 to 30, nigga, was like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
5 minutes, nigga. That shit.
Yeah.
That shit went by so motherfucking fast. I was an old head before I motherfucking knew it, my nigga. And these youngsters don't realize that.
Yeah.
They don't see how fast time passes.
But I see that, bro. We've been programmed to not have no reverence, no appreciation. We've been programmed to fucking constantly find any little thing we can hate each other for. Any little thing we can judge each other for. How you gonna judge a motherfucker for surviving and for living and existing?
Back to the hip hop shit, bro. When I said the house niggas was from the South, And the South niggas then took over completely hip hop. Period. They done took over hip hop completely. These motherfucking record labels. These is old white people.
Facts.
This is they last attempt to state control, bro. They done ran back to their house niggas.
Bro, it's working.
And it's working. It's working like a motherfucker. Oh, and they done. Oh, bro. Damn, I'm mad at you. Mad at you, Denzel, and all the black rappers from 15 years ago, man, that didn't make it because the white people done stole hip hop. Stole it.
What they did, bro, is they McDonald's it. Is my theory. They McDonald's it. They turned it into what they wanted it to be. They can make money off of it and kill people at the same time.
Hey, listen to this. Remember in the late 90s, bro, when the 97, 8, 98, 99, when they started to say shit like only young white people buy hip hop albums?
Yeah.
And when they started saying shit like that?
Yeah.
And so artists start to think that, oh, we got to start making hip hop for white kids to understand. That was, Jay-Z when he crossed over.
But you know Jay-Z been plugged in with them people too, though.
Yeah.
As much respect as I got for him, as much love I got for him, he been plugged in with them people. He been an agent.
Yeah, plugged in. That's how they got where they at today.
Yeah.
Puffy is another one.
Oh, for sure, Puffy, yeah. For sure.
Once they did that, bro, that automatically, because remember like in the 60s when white folks would take R&B and make it they songs, when after niggas was singing and put their faces on the covers and shit.
Yeah.
Remember all that type of shit?
Yeah.
They found a way to do that again with hip hop.
Bro, I see it.
In the 90s is when it started.
I see it, bro. With us, and they use other people, because you see the little Catch Me Outside bitch.
Yeah.
She got the fakest black scent ever. She act just like a ratchet hood chick, though she's not, and she eating off of it. But we know people who really like that, who's stuck in the slums. Ain't getting a crumb from that shit. Getting judged for it, actually. Can't get a job acting like that. Can't make no millions acting like that. That's why I have total no respect for some of this shit in our culture, bro. Like, I just see Snoop had a song with her. That left a bad taste in my mouth about him. It made me really dig into his story a little bit. I'm like, because all of us, they claiming to be solid. They claim to be some real brothers. And I see them do some shit that, that ain't in our DNA if you built like I am.
We from the streets for real. We from Wichita, Kansas, bro. And it's not even a real hood motherfucking city.
But we from the bottom of the ghetto, though.
But we from the motherfucking streets,
yeah.
And we know street niggas. Street niggas don't tell their stories.
Yeah.
They don't live to tell it or in fucking prison.
Ain't trying to be famous for, Yeah. Yeah.
You don't.
Because I never wanted to be famous,
even
bro.
After the fact, you don't tell the goddamn story, my nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If that was the case, every motherfucking 80s baby nigga would be a famous motherfucking rapper today.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
Period. All of us can just make a motherfucking whole 3 or 4 motherfucking albums right now telling a real
especially since you don't have to be talented no more. If you run into the right mother, you don't have to have no flow.
Look at Post Malone, bro.
Bro, Wigger.
This nigga is a real white dude.
Yeah.
I seen he was on the Breakfast Club. This was like 7 years ago.
I seen it.
White Iverson
I seen it.
came out.
And he was on there with his little chick, and it was really square. Yeah. But when you see the video, I got me some braids, I got me some golds. Yeah. And then you see him talking, you like, no, that's you right there.
Just look how he just picked up the persona.
Yep.
The false imagery.
Yeah.
And he's the biggest. He the biggest rapper.
Bro, that's because we the tastemakers and we the gods. We the tastemakers, we the mutants, we the gods. These motherfuckers know it and see the value in it, but we don't see it. So we allow motherfuckers like that to eat.
How come, hey, I know you know better than I do. Tell me if I'm lying. It should be at least 30 black billionaires off of hip-hop music.
True.
And it ain't none.
And hundreds of fucking millionaires. You ain't lying.
Hundreds, man. It ain't none, bro. We should have took ownership instead of
You know why, bro?
Man, I wish I'd have came.
You know why? Because we easily placated.
Yeah.
We very fucking easily manipulative. You know what I mean? Manipulated. Motherfucker, give us a couple little trinkets and we good with it. When I seen the story with DMX, bro, you remember how hot X was when we was young?
Yeah.
That dude made Def Jam.
In a year, nigga, platinum.
He made Def Jam $133 million in 10 months. And them motherfuckers gave him a $3 million loan. And taxed all his touring, took all his bread, bro, and he fucked off now. But he made them motherfuckers $130 million in fucking less than 11 months, bro. I'm talking about just in that little span. When he dropped his first album and then him and Lyra Cohen made a bet that you can't drop another album. He was like, man, it's already almost done. And he dropped Flesh in My Flesh. And that shit sold like crazy.
Albums in a year. What was that, 99?
I think 98, 99, yep.
3 in a year, bro.
He dropped 2 in a year.
Ever did that ever since.
Yeah, he dropped 2. Flesh in My Flesh and It's Dark and Hell Was Hot was the first one.
Yeah.
Because that's a story, bro, that I'm... Nah. No, he didn't, bro. No, he didn't.
He didn't?
Nuh-uh. Just them 2.
Man, it was this big old story about how he broke the record of 3 platinum records in a year, 9 months.
Just them 2 in a year. Just them 2 in a year, and then he did drop his third one a short time later, though. Because you remember X was back-to-back with them albums. He was every year with them albums. The first 2 was. Yeah, the first 2 was. Yeah. It's Dark and Hell Is Hot, and then Flesh in My Flesh and Blood in My Blood was in less than fucking 11 months. Yeah. And them shits, just the money off them sales was 130-something million, like 133, something like that, just off the album sales.
And that was at the time when niggas like Jay-Z start crossing over, Snoop start crossing over, Eminem came
and
out.
X crossed over just being him, because he stayed himself. He stayed raw and not giving a fuck about the fame and the industry, and they chewed him up and spit him out.
He knew that he was feeding into this story that only white folks is buying albums. He was one of the number one motherfuckers.
Yeah. But bro, even his biggest crossover song is that Party Up song. That y'all gonna make me lose my mind. But white people...
DMX stayed real.
That's what I'm talking about.
Is that what you just said?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
White people love that song, and that is the most street, gutter ass. Them lyrics on there is...
DMX fell off because he stayed street, bro. That's why. He ain't crossover.
When you got a soul, though, bro, when you got some type of heart... Because I just seen him... Bro, this broke my heart. I just seen him in a video with the little Catch Me Outside girl.
Yeah. DMX?
Yep.
What?
Broke my heart, bro.
Doing a song with her?
Bro, he's like in the video dressed up like a clown. You can't see who it is. He's like a killer clown, like a psycho clown acting crazy. And then at the end, he take the mask off. And I can't deal with it, bro. That broke my heart, bro. Because I understand the desperation and you just got out of prison. You trying to get some type of notoriety again. You trying to eat. Because he ain't got shit. So he trying to eat. But it's like, God damn it. I was like, God damn it. Nobody towing the line? Ain't nobody standing firm? Snoop was one of the ones that I looked at for doing it his way his whole career, not giving a fuck about convention, even though he was an agent and, you know, he was plugged in for a minute. But once he broke away, I was like, I respect it. Because he broke away, stood out on his own. He got that personality that motherfuckers just like him. But I seen him have a song with the little bitch. I'm like, you should be the one roasting this little bitch. I know, I see it. I see it. I see it, bro. Because YG got a song with her.
With who?
With the little Catch Me Outside chick.
No, I'm talking about Snoop and the white bitch.
Ah, Martha. Martha
Shit,
Stewart, yeah. Yeah, you ain't lying. You ain't fucking lying.
And bro, he was doing the Girls Gone Wild tours and all that shit, bro, back then. You know what I'm saying? He sold himself to the devil a long time ago. You can't never get your soul back after that.
I know it.
Once niggas did that to hip hop, bro,
because it ain't in our hands no more, bro.
Yeah.
Like they took it from being something that was spiritual, something that was primal, something that was really art, something that was beautiful and dope and pure, and they McDonald's it.
Niggas would trade
bro. They turned it's a McDonald's, bro.
Niggas would trade $1 million, just $1 million for $1 billion motherfucking legacy.
Bro, I remember a few seasons ago, I seen Wayne come out on the VMAs, right? And this is right when I say the Carter 4 came out, and he had them fucking jeggings on them little female jeggings, the leopard print. Look, he was sashaying like Mick Jagger, very feminine, bro. Very, and that's all I see now. Is that times 10?
Hey, but did you see the documentary on him though?
Nuh-uh.
You ain't see the shit with everybody on there, Manny Fresh and everybody them talking about him and shit?
Nuh-uh.
Oh,
I gotta find it. I gotta find it because I'm interested in that.
Yeah, Lil Wayne was just he's not a street nigga, bro.
I know that. I know that, bro. Again, back to your statement earlier, we really from out there. Yeah. And you ain't when you that young and you on TV and on tour, when do you have time to be street?
Yeah, I didn't know.
Like when do you have time?
No,
now
Manny Fresh said he was one of those one of them weird kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know how to do the weird niggas. He definitely wasn't street. He wasn't on his.
Bro, you see it now.
Drugs and joining no gang and that type of shit.
You see it now, bro. With the way he dressed, the last few years, he's hella into skateboarding and shit. Which you know me, I love skateboarding. I can't do it, but I love it.
Yeah, that shit was just.
But though, there's no way that you get famous at 11 or 12, and be on tour and be on the road, and you ain't got no time to be out there. Yeah. We was really out there. I got the scars and the consequences and the record to prove that I was really out there going through that shit. We know that shit. Really going through that shit. It ain't nothing to brag about. It's facts. Yeah. It's consequences out there.
The main fucked up part about the lie is that the nigga really from that hood where niggas done lost their lives for that life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
These niggas be perpetrating
shit.
That'd be the worst part about it.
Because, I try to do my knowledge, man. And I know about Baby's history. Yeah. I know about Juvie's history. He was old enough before they got famous to really be out there. BG, he was still out there when they got famous. Hence why he doing 14 years right now. Yeah. Turk was still out there when they got famous. That's why he got locked up and came home. Yeah, BG was, because, he a heroin addict. Yeah. So he'll be in the hood getting fucked up. He was in the car, bro, with some guns and some dope. Police pulled up on him. He in there nodded off, bro. They gave him 14 years. Turk was in a spot, and I want to say Memphis. And the police tried to run in there. He thought he was getting robbed. He shot the police up and ended up getting locked up. He out now, but he was gone for like a decade.
Yeah, I know he was locked up for a minute.
So we see it. Like, C Murder was still in the middle of the hood doing street shit, and you see what happened. Yeah. You know what I mean? So we see when motherfuckers really, but if you really on tour and really on TV, you ain't got time for that. When do you have time to go home and be...
Niggas that really live that life, nigga, they dead or fucking in jail.
Facts.
Or if they really live that fucking life, they end up dead or fucking in jail.
Facts.
Shit, being
Facts.
Famous rappers.
Facts,
niggas
bro.
That's out here telling a story, rich is balling like a motherfucker, niggas probably lying.
Because that's what I told everybody, like, I always respected Wayne's talent. Because I remember when we first heard The Block Is Hot with the sound effects and all that, like,
nigga, we was on
bro, that shit was hard. You know what I mean? Like, that shit was hard. But like when he got a little growner and I'm super gangster, I'm super blood now. I've been dealing dope. I'm killing this. I'm like, fam, you got to slow down on that. I can't listen to that.
And he the one. Damn, since we having this conversation, I had to put it all on Wayne.
Yep, they used him, bro. That's why I made my point about the VMA performance when he came out there hella feminine. When he came out there with them jeggings on, it was sashaying and normalizing some shit that ain't really normal. They normalize some shit that ain't really normal where we from. Now, me and you, we've been around homosexuals our whole life. It don't bother us. It don't bother us to be around somebody who's being who they are. But when you try to take that and blur it with the gangster and mix it with the street, I wouldn't have respected none of the street dudes we grew up around if they was, in the middle or back. You know what I mean? Like, it puts a different take on it. It puts a different spin on it. Now, like, Big Pete, that was like somebody I always learned street shit from. Now, if I'd have ever seen Big Pete come out the house in a dress or some shit, I don't think I'd have felt the same. I don't think I would have ever had no respect. Gino, like, I wouldn't have had no respect. Like, it was like, I'm good. Thanks. Don't want to hear nothing else you got to say, but appreciate you, though. You know what I mean? Like, so it changed the dynamic a little bit. But I seen that back then, bro. I seen something, and then granted, I was locked up at the time, but I started peeping that. And now I look at it, you look at a dude like Young Thug. He got an album cover where he on there in a Vera Wang gown, bro.
I say, bro, done seen plenty of pictures of this nigga just dressed in his dress, bro.
No, when he dropped the album in the gown, I was like, they really have no respect for us. And we ain't allowed to be heterosexual. We ain't allowed to be straight. We ain't allowed to be thorough and be manly men. That shit is out the window now.
Nigga, they went back to the South, bro, where they was raping niggas and
buck breaking.
Niggas,
buck breaking.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn, I ain't thinking about that. They didn't buck broke us, bro.
And went back to buck breaking.
They didn't buck broke us. I ain't even thinking about that.
Man, went straight back to it.
God damn it, bro. God damn it.
And then they doing that with hip hop. And you watch TV?
Yeah, sometime.
Tell me the last time you seen a black woman on TV in a relationship happy with black man.
Shit.
Bro.
Shit.
About 94%.
Bro, recently, only Blackish off the top of my head.
Yeah. 94%. You can throw Blackish into the other 6%.
Bro, that's the only time.
At least 94%.
Off the top of my head, that is the only time, bro.
Of all black women you see in television, they're going to be either divorced, gay, in a fucked up relationship with black
or all.
Or with a white man.
Yeah.
And about 50% it was with a white dude. In all TV shows, all commercials, all movies.
You know what's fucked up? Is we some of the dopest creatures to walk this earth. And these motherfuckers are continually trying to do away with us in all form and fashion. All shapes. Like, they trying to do away with us in every single way. All the shit that make y'all dope, we gonna take all that. But then y'all got to get out the way and go die somewhere.
Hey, you're doing a great job. They got hip-hop.
Bro, that's why I tried to explain to my partner Jacob, white cat who loves Post Malone, why I can't listen to him. Why I can't fuck with dude. Why I can't fuck with his energy, his vibe, because he shit on hip-hop. If you want to hear some real shit, don't listen to hip-hop, don't listen to rap. But then you turn around and piggyback the same shit you shitting on? You turn around, Miley Cyrus, piggyback hip-hop to break out of her little Disney shit, and then turn around and shit on it?
Hey, I work with a bunch of 26-year-old white cats, 20-year-old white, oh man.
Love Post.
Bro, you fuck with a young white girl. They love hip-hop, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
But they don't even recall 20 years ago, 25 years ago when they parents and grandparents despised rap music.
I tried to explain that to her, man. I tried to explain that to her, that when I go around her people for these family things, I'm tolerated.
Tolerated.
And I told her I don't like that energy. I'm cool on that. The very first time I met her pops, first thing he said to me is, I don't like nobody being mean to my daughter. Now that we got this out the way, nice to meet you. And walked away. I was like, so you just gonna send me a subtle threat like the first time I meet you? You don't even know me, man. You don't even know me. But I got it, though. Like, I got it, though. I was like, okay, you sending your message. But you don't realize I'll fuck you up. So just don't come at me. I'm good. Like, your daughter is straight, bro. Like, she better for fucking with me. Like, trust me, she better for fucking with me. She could be fucking with a nigga. She fucking with a man.
Hey, and these old white dudes, they don't realize the real reason why white chicks love niggas, bro. You know what white girls love us, bro?
Fuck us.
Huh?
Us.
That's one. But nigga, white dudes ain't been shit.
Yeah, that's
white
true.
Dudes, hey, they've been pieces of shit, bro, for the last 1,000 years, bro. Pieces of shit.
Yeah.
They've been, at least 30% of them been gay. And another 60% of them been women abusers. And then the other 10% of them murder women.
Bro, what do you think? In line with that, I got a theory that a lot of racism started because of penis envy.
Yeah.
What you think? You know what I mean? Like, I'm joking, but what do you think about that?
Huge part of it, bro. I mean,
because the only reason I was thinking about castration. I know that sounds crazy, but stay with me. Yeah, why would you want to mutilate somebody there? It's people that I wanted to kill and probably would have tried to if I had the chance, but I never thought about that. I don't think about nobody's penis.
You heard of the Islamic slave trade, right?
Yep.
That's basically mix motherfucking.
That's basically how fucking Libya.
And they was chopping off penises. They thought African penises had magic. Magic, bro. They would chop off dick.
They do though.
Niggas' dicks had magic in it, my nigga. Magic.
Bro.
Had a magic dick, my nigga.
Bro,
magic in the penis, bro.
Not I can't take not in a literal sense, but we do got some magic sticks though. Hey. like I don't understand their logic, but we do got some magic sticks. Okay.
They was really chopping off dicks because they assumed that these niggas' penises was literally magic, my nigga. Magic. They could not let they bitches get that. Not magic dick, my nigga. No.
Bro.
Can't let them get magic dick, my nigga. If that ain't supreme jealousy, my nigga, ain't no such thing as supreme jealousy, bro.
Yeah. Bro, I had a few seasons ago, I come out the apartment, I got some sweats on, taking the trash out. Two of my little white partners pull up. They leave in the apartments and immediately start making comments about my shit swinging.
Hey.
I'm like, fam, like where I'm that's not normal where I'm from. I look a man in the eyes when I'm talking to a man, bro.
Hey, white boys do that shit, bro.
Like people that I've worked out with and people that have trained me to work out, and when I'm reading my men's fitness, the only time I don't look a man in the eyes when I look at physiques and shit, but I don't never look at it and be like, oh man. Or like it ain't never like a weird, you know what I mean? I don't never have like no weird context to put it in.
Nope.
But that dude did that. He made a comment about that for like months. I'm like, fam, you gotta stop. That shit makes me uncomfortable.
Hey,
that shit is weird to me.
You making me think that you looking at me.
That's what I said too, bro.
I can't handle you looking
That's what I said. You making me think that you curious or something. Like you really not. Matter of fact, I told him you're telling on yourself. To be honest with you, because I don't do that, bro. I don't think like that. I done been in the shower with plenty of fucking dudes, bro, and never looked down. I'm not looking at your body. I'm not looking at your ass. I'm looking you in the face, bro.
That's not even entertaining to us, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Them thoughts don't creep into our psyche. It don't creep into our psyche. And back to what you just said about the history, that's just in their DNA.
It's in their nature, my bro. It's in their motherfucking nature. They
I don't know.
That shit for ages. It's been part
But
of
that shit was creepy as fuck for me, bro. And it's somebody that I was super cool with. And I'm like, bro, that shit ain't, you got to stop that, man.
Hey, I be at work, and they be so motherfucking far gone with their jokes and shit about sucking each other's dick and taking up
bro.
Shit, bro. I'm at the point where I just got to tolerate that shit.
Bro.
It's a new motherfucking era, and I guess the shit's so motherfucking open and shit.
But you got to understand, bro, it's normal for them.
Normal, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like where we from,
it's just normal to y'all.
where we from, that shit, and we clowned a lot with our cousins and homies and shit, but that ain't how we think.
No, we didn't
that ain't part of us. Even the homies we had that was gay, you go back to TJ and shit, he wasn't even talking like that.
No. Bro,
you know what I mean? Like,
joking like that.
Fucking William that I used to sell shit to in school, he didn't talk like that when I was around him and a bunch of chicks.
No.
Like, because people, that was their thing. But it's normal for certain people, though.
When TJ used to come over to the crib and shit, bro, we didn't even fuck with him like that.
Yeah.
Period.
Especially after the change, bro. Because that was my partner, but when the change happened, I was like, bro, we can't just be me and you in the basement no more.
Yeah.
Like, I still got love for you, but it can't just be me and you alone together no more. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I still got love for him, though, even today. But it can't just be me and you, my guy. Like, I'm not answering them questions. Nope. Like, I'm sorry. We can sit on the porch. We can sit on the porch. Stephanie and them can be here. Yeah, go get Stephanie and them. They can come over, too. Go get Tamikio and them.
But it wasn't no motherfucking open gay shit, bro. Not at all. Not even a little bit of open gayness. We didn't even motherfucking amongst ourselves sitting together.
Nah, we don't, because it ain't part of our psyche, bro. It ain't part of our psyche. And we pranked the shit out each other.
Hey, that wasn't a game to us.
Bro, and we pranked the hell out of each other. But you right, though. You sack tap, we fighting.
Yeah, that's
soon
as... You gonna get your ass whooped, bro.
Hey, well, you getting beat up for a few reasons.
It's not gonna be a joking fight. It's not gonna be one of them fucking funny fights, nigga. No, we fighting like you didn't shot at me.
Bro, you violated. You violated me, fam.
Completely violated.
You violated me, fam. And then now I gotta make that right.
Hey, yeah,
Cause I remember, bro, we pranked the hell out of each other. We fucked each other up, but never nothing like that. Never nothing abnormal. Hey, you know what?
Like that.
You know what killed me with society now too? They making it abnormal for you to be who you are.
Bro.
You're not allowed to be just attracted to women. You see the story a couple months ago, Genuine got in trouble for telling the transgender that, I wouldn't make out with you. No, I don't want to kiss. And people was mad at him. I was like, so he not allowed to have a preference and be who he is and be straight. Like, are you serious?
Hey, hold on, man. Did y'all motherfuckers forget how we all got here?
Bro.
All of us. We all got here.
And you know, man, the way we was raised, like I said, with Michael Prince being in our lives, that's somebody that I miss and that I love. I never cared what nobody did because of him. Because he was him, and he never forced us. He wasn't never weird with us.
No, hell no.
You know what I mean? He was a solid dude who was just who he was. So it never bothers me when somebody is genuinely who they are. But if he'd have came in there trying to force us and, oh, no, y'all got to act like this, then it's a problem.
Y'all don't have to respect me because I'm,
like if he'd have tried to force us to call him Aunt Mike, we might have had a problem. Because he used to say it like jokingly. He would say it playing. But he knew.
Completely open.
But it killed me, bro, that we're not allowed to be. I had an argument with a chick on Facebook because she wanted the toxic masculinity. I'm like, you acting like all you women is angels. Like, we acting like it ain't messed up people of both genders. We acting like it ain't no genders. Like, you got male, you got female, you got keys, and you got locks. Like, this is just the way it was designed by whomever, by whatever. I don't see nothing wrong with that. Now, if you choose to live your life a certain way, do your thing. I don't care. I ain't mad at that, but stop trying to force shit on me. They forcing these kids, bro.
That's one of the biggest issues I got with it, bro.
Forcing it.
Trying to force that shit.
Forcing it. In California, it's already popping. And you can't even elect to take your kids out of it.
Hell no.
Without facing some type of penalty.
I was at work the other day, and a chick came in there to use the bathroom and shit. She was a transvestite or gay, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Yeah.
And I was kind of fucked up by it. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Nigga, I wasn't tripping, but I was like, man, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
It'll throw you, bro.
Shit stopped me in my fucking tracks, and I was like, man, wait a minute. This ain't some normal shit right
bro,
here.
Bro, if something don't vibrate naturally with your spirit, it ain't nothing wrong with you. It ain't nothing wrong with necessarily with that other being, but it ain't nothing wrong with you. You know what I mean? Because I've been around that shit being here. I worked at a bus company here, and it was a transgender there, and it was just kind of awkward for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't. I don't have nothing against the person. It was kind of awkward.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I don't want to adjust to this shit, man. You know what? I don't give a fuck if you're gay, but I'm not finna fucking sit here and act like that shit is normal. You know what I mean?
I was in the county.
Not normal, but natural.
I was in the county, and I drew a picture for a gay dude. I drew a picture of Aaliyah. And I came to him and was like, hey, man, I finished that picture. Don't call me a man. I was like, well, you in the pod with us, though. Like, I started roasting him a little bit. I didn't know how serious he was. Fuck you in that picture. Don't call me no motherfucking man. But I'm like, fam, you are in the pod with the dude. Which is a clear indication that somebody in this world thinks you're a man. Like, nah, I didn't mean no disrespect. But if you want to, disrespect me, then... Yeah, I'm like, but if you want to disrespect me, then, I'm going to start roasting. But I don't know, bro. It's a lot of abnormal shit in this world, especially with our culture.
Yeah.
I seen a dude named... New Age Jerk Boy out of Florida, right?
Yeah.
He in the video, bro, with a wedding dress on, nails painted. Now, this is Dennis Rodman.
Yeah.
Nails painted, lipstick on, and he's sucking on the barrel of this rifle that a chick is holding. And he talking gangster shit, though. Like, if you was to just hear the song, you might be like, damn, this is kind of rugged. Remind me of some old Trick Daddy. Then you see the video and you like, wait, what? Like, certain shit just don't blend to me. It don't go together.
The shit got twisted up. First of all, when they started making everybody think they was gangsters.
Yep.
And now they trying to mix sensitivity and being gangster at the same fucking time.
Yeah. And you know me, man, I've always been both. I've been a bad boy with a good heart my whole life. You know what I mean? But I ain't never been sweet. You know what I mean?
Multiple personalities, period. Yeah. And you can be a gangster one and be
sensitive. That's how we got hearts, bro. Yeah, we got hearts, but we ain't never been sweet, though. We ain't never been sweet.
No, not sweet.
And where we from, it's a line there. Yeah. Either you thugging and you gangster and you on this side, or you on the other side. Like, it ain't really, it just is what it is. But they trying to blur that line, bro. And I seen that a while ago with that Wayne shit, man. And now that's just the norm now. Cause you see it, the motherfuckers with the hair, with the clothes. Yeah. And it's like, I'm really seeing motherfuckers. Young Thug just signed a dude that acts just like him. Wear the ladies' clothes. And little dude just went to jail for a double murder. But I'm like, I think he sacrificed his homies. Because, you know, I be on that conspiracy to a certain extent.
You do some shit like that.
Yeah, when I see evidence to support it, I be on that shit like, damn, that shit is real. Like, I don't know for sure yet, because that's some real hard shit to dig up, but
I see. Telling, bro. I mean, because the way motherfuckers is tuned to think these days and shit, and think that something like that is fucking normal.
Yeah.
Because you know, a female, if you got a female brain strong in a motherfucker, you can get her to take a case for you all day long.
Yeah.
Period. Now, if you can convince a fucking male to be fucking soft like a woman, nigga, he got to be softer than a woman.
What you just said is exactly why they doing it.
Yeah, period.
Because they know, bro, we as black men, as men, most men should have that warrior spirit. Should have that gene where that shit clicks in. Our fight or flight is fight.
Yeah, fight.
No matter what. Even if it's a grizzly bear, a llama, it don't matter. Like, it's stand up, fight, die. Fuck it. But now they turning us into the ladies.
The ladies, bro.
They turning us into the ladies, bro. Like, stay in the house, compromise, be afraid, look for somebody else to figure it out, need protection. And not to say that all women is like that, because they not. But we know we built for certain shit.
Yeah.
It's just what it is.
They teaching the women to think the opposite too, though.
Yeah.
To think stronger than the men.
Especially our women. Because they convinced they don't need us, but then they depend on us and want to sue us for shit that they can't accomplish.
But in nature, we equally mentally strong, bro.
Facts.
Females.
And it's a balance. That's why we need it. We need each other.
Yeah.
We need each other.
In most species, the female is the dominant species.
I seen that with lions.
Yeah, not just the male's dominant species in lions, but
I mean he's basically the head of the household, but the women do most of the hunting.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like they more aggressive. Yeah, they real aggressive.
Because the male, he's 10 times stronger than a female lion.
Yeah, but
in a pride, it's limited of how many males can be in a pride.
Yeah,
if a male got a son, he gotta send him out there to explore the world and get his own
find his own pride. Yeah,
you gotta kick him out.
Yeah.
So, a female can defend off a male trying to take territory because it might be 20 of them.
Yeah.
But it's smarter for the daddy to stay home and take care of the cubs while 20 bitches go out there and hunt for food as opposed to one motherfucker hunting for 21 people, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's why the females do all the hunting and shit. But when it comes to defending the territory, which is the most important part of a pride, that's the male's job right there. His job is the most significant part.
And that's my point, bro.
If they don't have that territory, then they just all know.
And that's my point, is exactly what you just said, is it's that balance there.
Yeah.
It's that healthy balance, and it's a method to that. It ain't even madness, but it's a method to that madness. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And they got it intact out there. We always thought the male lion was just a lazy bum ass nigga. No.
Nah. I wasn't even trying to imply that.
He bought the house.
Yeah.
And if you got 20 goddamn wives in your fucking house,
but you get home, and gotta cook and gotta clean. Like, hey, goddamn it, fuck y'all been doing all day?
But 20, if you can get all 20 of them bitches to go out there and goddamn get the food, nigga, then all y'all eating for years.
Yeah.
Shit. So that's what he do. But you got to maintain that crib.
Yeah.
But there's always another male lion trying to take.
That's
your
even the rules
crib.
with what's it called, polygamy.
Yeah.
Like if you can't take care of them, you can't have more than one wife. Yeah. If you can't take care of it, you can't have more than one.
Yeah.
That's how it is with Islam too. If you can take care of it on all levels, you can have more than one.
Hey, if the female lion, they well equipped to take care of themselves, but they rather rely on a male to protect territory.
Yeah.
But when another male comes and challenges that male, if that nigga lose that territory, them bitches will stay with that new nigga.
I seen that with them and penguins, bro.
The only ones that'll leave is the ones that's pregnant or the ones that just had babies. Them the only ones that'll leave. And the only ones that just had babies, they'll leave only if they had males.
I seen that with penguins too, bro.
He'll claim all them bitches.
I seen a penguin came home and his chick was in there with another penguin. So he challenged him to a fight and the side dude whooped his ass. So she just went back in the hole with the new penguin.
Yeah.
I was like, God damn it.
That's it, nigga. They don't buy houses and shit.
Bro.
They claim territory, nigga.
Bro, that shit was hilarious.
Yeah, that shit's real life.
It was only funny because it was penguins scrapping. I'd never seen penguins fight. That shit was terrible.
Yeah, nigga, hey.
Bloody as a motherfucker.
Grew up learning about animals, bro, is false. Nigga, animals live just like we do, bro.
Yeah.
Exactly like we do. Just think of the fact that they don't have fucking hands.
Just more natural. I feel like it's purer. It's more pure.
Yeah, they live pure life.
Yeah.
Pure life. We
Instinct.
have developed our imagination to a fucking point where we don't even understand that we still creatures.
And we so fucking animals. Egotistical, bro. As humans. Yeah. We egotistical, arrogant.
Yeah.
We fucking no compassion, no empathy for shit. Everything is ours. If we can take it, we taking it. If we can dominate it, we dominate
every
it.
Every other creature, that's exactly what we are.
Yeah.
Compared to individuals, some of us are egotistical, some of us aren't. But compared to other animals, that's exactly what we are to other animals.
Yeah. Because we always want to subjugate some shit, domesticate some shit, control some shit. Knowing damn well you couldn't drop me in the middle of a jungle and I survive outside of a few days.
Yeah.
I'd be dead as you can't drop me in the middle of the ocean and I survive. I'll be dead as a motherfucker. Like,
oh, yeah, we dead a motherfucker.
Man.
But that's nature though, bro. Nature.
I already know.
I believe life is life, but all life.
Yeah.
The energy that is life.
I see it now.
You talking on this phone right now? That's the same energy that ants got outside building their fucking mounds and shit.
I see it now, bro. Because it's been a while, bro. I don't kill nothing unless I have to.
Yeah, exactly. Me neither, bro.
Like nothing. Real shit. Unless I absolutely don't have a choice.
Yeah.
It's the only time I kill anything.
Yeah. It's a lot of shit that's threatening to your life. Kill it. Period. Because any animal will kill you. Period. It'll kill you in a heartbeat. And wouldn't even fucking hesitate. Wouldn't think about your life, your family, nothing. Period. And we animals too. We should have that same instinct towards them.
Yeah.
Wholeheartedly. But with our intelligence, we know better. We know that spider, it might bite me and harm me, but I can get the fuck out of its way. It can get the fuck out my way. That spider ain't gonna know to get the fuck out the way. It's gonna defend itself wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
Period.
Because all they see is some big ass threat. Yeah, big ass threat.
Mm-hmm. Period.
That's why I don't be feeling sorry for people when they go fucking with animals and get fucked up.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, leave them the fuck alone.
Hey, that's why I think white people might be aliens.
Bro, to some of the information I have, or some of the information I believe I have, it's some unnatural shit there.
Yeah,
because even that story Mama used to try to feed us about Yakub.
Yeah.
I seen some shit about that. I'm going to have to send you this link, bro, so you can check it out. But it was dope, though.
That shit goes, I didn't get into that shit, bro. That shit goes way deeper than that type of shit. All deeper. Because, man, bro, look at it. White people, man, they the only group of people on the planet that can seem to survive while destroying their habitat.
Yeah.
Every other creature, every other human on the fucking planet living in other places in the world, bro, the habitat destroyed, they die off.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers just go everywhere and destroy and still survive. Every fucking where.
You know what terraforming is?
A what?
Terraforming.
I heard of it.
Basically, when you take, remember we was watching that Superman when we took Sean to the movie, and they was trying to turn Earth into Krypton.
Yeah.
I believe that's what these motherfuckers is doing.
Oh yeah.
Or whoever really run this shit, whoever really control this shit, I believe that's what they doing. Because that's the only thing that makes sense for them to poison the water, poison the air, poison the food, and be trying to constantly kill off everybody.
Hey, white people, bro, I mean, it don't matter how much people want to consider humans as just humans.
Yeah.
We are different, bro. We look the same. We look like a similar creature, but our internal is shaped the same, but it's different, bro. Yeah. It's composite. White people can eat fucking acid. Just, you know what I'm saying?
Her ass said, and then there's me.
They can live off of eating garbage. You know what I mean? The shit that gives black people diabetes and heart disease and cancer and shit, they can eat that shit.
Yeah, we got different diets, bro, biologically. I just learned that recently, though. Like the last 2 summers, maybe.
Yeah, they can live like that. They've been living like that for thousands of years. That's how they've been surviving, bro. And they ain't got off yet.
Because even if you look at some Asian cultures, their diet is completely different from ours. Me and you might die trying to eat rice and fish for a year straight.
Yeah, we'll die.
Like we might fuck around and fall out.
Yeah, I mean it's like that everywhere, different places in the world, but it's distinctly different for Europeans because acid, when you digest acidy shit, it don't have oxygen. It's not oxygenated. And when you don't fucking have oxygen in your diet, that causes fucking bacteria and all kind of shit to be able to form. You know what I mean? All that shit develops off areas where it's not oxygen. That's how this shit
basically
survives.
A bunch of acidic shit.
Yeah, that's how it lives. You know what I mean?
I just learned that fucking recently, like bro. Yeah. I've done my best to do away with a lot of shit in my diet, man. I conquered my sugar addiction. I'm proud of that.
Man, that's the only thing I need to do, bro.
I'm proud of that, bro. I can't even eat. Remember, you know we used to fuck Star Crunch up?
Is your bone still fucked up?
I'm good. For the most part. Yeah, I'm good.
Remember that time you went to the doctor and your ribs or some shit was decaying or some shit like that?
No, I had to take iron and calcium.
That's
because all I was eating was sugar, bro.
Yeah.
That's all I was eating. That's all I was eating was sugar, bro.
Yeah, that's what's wrong with me, bro.
That's me running around in the streets just eating sugar, bro. That's all literally. My dinner was popsicles and shit.
Yeah.
Just something to make my hunger pain stop.
I remember.
That was all. And it fucked me up.
Yeah.
And luckily it was that long ago that I could get back from it.
Yeah. Because, I mean, it damages you for a while, bro. Food damages you for a while. It takes a long time to kill you, and that's what motherfuckers don't realize. And that's why grandma's gone, brody.
I know.
You know what I mean? And then, damn, man, I kept trying to tell grandma.
But that's, you know grandma, man.
It's too late in age.
She gonna do what she do. Yeah, she gonna do what she do. Because even when I just went and seen her, which I'm glad I did, bro, and kissed her face and was talking to her, all that shit came to mind.
Yeah.
Of course, that wasn't no time to say shit because I just wanted to love her and let her know that I appreciated her.
Yeah.
But it was just like, fuck. Because certain things can be helped as far as our ailments. But we don't know that sometime until too late, and some of us never do know.
Yeah, some of
us never fucking even know that it's possible to do things differently and take care of it, like, you know.
But bro, I didn't been on a health kick for 20 years, bro. I tried to tell grandma. That was our last.
I remember you trying to get me off the meat and shit, man.
Bro.
And eating junk shit. I remember you tried to get me off the meat.
Man, that was our last 20 conversations, bro. Every time I seen grandma, that was all we talked about.
Yeah.
Was trying to fucking get her. Because, I mean, damn, you only got stomach problems, grandma. That's it. Your fucking stomach is fucking with you. There's only one fucking thing that can fuck up your stomach.
I went through that too.
Is what the fuck you put in it.
You remember I was in the hospital for that, for my stomach lining being fucked up.
Yeah.
I couldn't digest shit right. Couldn't really eat nothing.
That shit is more serious than any fucking bullet. Most niggas survive being shot, bro. Motherfuckers die from their diet. Period. There's more people die from their diet.
That's our programming, bro.
Period.
Because even learning the shit I'm learning about breakfast and learning the shit about everything I've been putting in my body my entire existence.
Man,
you know, it's hard to turn that corner. Especially if you ain't got like bread like that. It costs bread to eat healthy for real.
Dude.
To consistently for real eat everything that, you know what I mean? So I had to make certain habits, cut certain shit out. I had to turn the corner with the things that I could turn the corner with. Like the water I drink now. You know what I mean?
And buy the food that they put out there that's healthy for you. But to survive, bro, it's not expensive. You need what you need first to survive. You gotta breathe, right? Yeah. So you need oxygen, number one.
Yeah.
You'll die in minutes without that. What you need second to survive?
I want to say liquid.
Water.
Hydration,
you need water. You'll die in days if you don't have water.
Especially when your body is mostly...
Yeah. What's third?
I want to say, I don't know, vegetables maybe? I don't know, bro. Oh, you talking about... okay, yep.
Sleep,
rest, restoration, yeah.
You'll die.
Which, you know, I always had an issue with that.
Yeah, you'll die in days if you don't have sleep. Most people can stay alive with drugs for a week. Yeah. If you just try right now to stay awoke for a whole week, you'll be fucking dead.
Bro, I stayed there for 17 days. Type of booster. I stayed there for 17 days once. And that 17 days, I probably slept about 4 hours altogether. And I started losing my mind, bro.
Nigga,
I started seeing shit. You know what I mean? Like my body, I couldn't I would eat and immediately either poop or throw up. I was fucked up, bro.
That's the only thing that kept you alive, bro. You kept your circuits working by eating and drinking. If you wouldn't did nothing and didn't get no rest, you'd die.
And when I rested, bro, it was just me nodding off. It was just me, like I would sit down somewhere and just nod. But I'm glad I came up out of that though. But I don't know, I couldn't sleep for shit, bro.
But then fourth thing you need to survive is the nutrients and shit that keep your body functioning.
Yeah.
And that ain't simply just food. Well, we've been taught to, when we need to eat, people think that going to get a hamburger, is food. That's not, your body ain't asking you for no goddamn bread.
Yeah.
And everything that's in it, hamburger meat, and everything that's in it, wherever the fuck you got else on it, and everything that's in it.
Yeah.
Your body ain't asking you for none of that motherfucking shit. Your body, when it takes a hamburger and you put it in your body, it breaks it down in the chemical form.
Yeah.
And you done put 45 different motherfucking chemicals in your goddamn body. And it probably only can use 3 of them.
I feel it.
So, yeah. And
especially after I came home.
You done put 43 bits of chemicals in your body that your body, it done produced as waste. And some of them can't come out. Yeah. Period. And it's going to turn into something in your body eventually.
Yeah, because me and her just had that conversation about corn syrup, bro. Because I was hella big on them Mountain Dew kickstarts. And, I was a Sprite dude. And once I found out what that corn syrup is, and with like my if I buy some sauce now, it got to be corn syrup free.
Bro,
it got to be some organic shit.
Yeah, when you put some fake shit in your body, because, bro, when you eat, the food, it got to be in tune with your natural makeup of your body. This is what nature survives off of. Everything that eats, it's eating something that's compatible with its makeup. And we have lost that. When the white people brought us over here, they didn't bring no food from wherever the fuck we came from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how you survive, to eat the food where the fuck you at. Every animal, you said they eat the food where they at. Unless they done been fucked up by humans somewhere, but they eat the food from where they at. And if you take them somewhere and feed them something else, they'll be sick and maybe even die. Because the body breaks it down and it gets chemicals. That's the number one basis, but it also breaks down to the bacterias and all the other shit that comes with eating food and shit. And some of the bacterias is good for your stomach and some of them is horrible for your fucking stomach.
Yeah.
And if you eat too many of those bad bacterias, then that's the number one starter for all the motherfucking health problems. Period.
I learned
number one starter.
I learned that. I said, I've been doing my best, man.
Yeah, it's hard, bro. I mean? It's hard, motherfucker. I got it from, mom and them with that You know, how they ate and shit.
Yeah.
I took that shit and ran with it.
Even now, bro, I remember reading How to Eat to Live.
Yeah.
And how they only ate like that one meal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like certain little habits that they did, I try to incorporate them.
Because your body can only digest certain things at a time.
I thought about that. If you eat 3 big ass meals a day, you're not digesting and processing all that.
No.
You're not breaking all that down and distributing that evenly like in that 24-hour cycle or whatever the fuck.
And motherfuckers usually eat 3 to 5 course meals.
Yeah.
Your body, it's only like lettuce, certain types of lettuce. Oh, matter of fact, green leafy foods is pretty much the only thing that you can eat mixed with something else.
I seen a theory that we as humans is natural herbivores.
Natural herbivores, bro.
Because of the way our teeth is and the way our digestive tract is, it's longer.
Bro.
You know what I mean? So we can get all the nutrients before it passes through. Because he was talking about how carnivores, they got the teeth for it. They got the digestive tract is shorter.
Yeah.
So they can pass out the waste quicker.
And enzymes inside them, they can kill bacteria and shit. They can break down foods that we can't break down.
And the dude was like, anybody in here who think you're a natural born carnivore, next time you see a squirrel, chase it down and take a bite out of it.
Yeah.
And tell me how you do trying to eat.
Hey, I work at a motherfucking steakhouse, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I cut meat right there every fucking day for the last 6 years. And I be sitting right there cutting it. Motherfuckers walk past and say, oh, that looks delicious. And I be like, here, take a bite.
Yeah.
Not one motherfucker wouldn't take a bite of their raw meat, my nigga. Not one motherfucker. They are, yeah, you like it that much. And check this out. We went to a Cargill. You know what Cargill is?
Mm-hmm.
That's a big, one of the top 3 meat distributors in the world. These niggas said to tell your customers never to eat well done to mid-well cooked beef. It causes cancer. These niggas is the top meat sellers in the world. Not just beef, but chicken, pork, beef.
Just meat, period. Anything,
period. And that's all meat, not just beef. You can't, if you cook chicken all the way, pork all the way, which you have to cook it all the way, it'll kill your motherfucking ass.
Yeah, because we ain't supposed to be eating this shit. That just comes back to me believing that we ain't supposed to consume certain shit. Because no matter how we prepare it, it's going to fuck us up in some way.
Europeans, bro, they started to eat that shit, bro. We've been eating their food for centuries now. They can eat that shit. You know what I mean? They can eat cooked fucking acid. They can eat cooked meat that breaks down into fucking acid and digest that shit. Period. They can eat it. You know what I mean? Some of them, because a lot of them is black.
But if they've been doing it since the Caucasus Mountain days, then that makes sense. If they've been doing it for an extended period of, that makes sense. I can see that.
Thousands of years they've been eating meat. They almost died off because they tried to eat it raw at first. Then they learned how to cook that shit. You know what I mean? Because they learned, that if they cook it, they can kill wherever the fuck was killing their ass eating it raw, and that helped. But then they started to develop cancers and shit. It just took them this goddamn long to find out what cancer was.
Yeah.
A few hundred motherfucking years.
And the terrible part about some of that is they'll find out shit like that and then be like, well, how can we monetize this and flip it to our advantage? That kills me, bro. That kills me.
To stop selling beef now.
It's like, well, shit, we eating off this. We might as well make some money off this.
They came to the job.
We can set up a whole industry off this sickness.
Hey, they came to the job and had a buffet. One of the niggas was retiring. This motherfucker had sold $24 billion. He had bought and sold $24 billion worth of goddamn cattle in his years in the company.
Jesus.
That ain't even account for how much money the fucking company made. That's just how much fucking cows this nigga done bought and sold. In the time he worked. Just one motherfucker.
Yeah.
Bro, it's more fucking cows than people on the planet right now, bro. That's how many motherfucking cattle they're killing right now to have Burger King and McDonald's open.
But I don't believe all that meat is pure either.
Huh?
I don't believe all that meat is pure as far as the fast food shit.
It's not pure, bro. It's GMO.
I know it's cut. I seen a report about McDonald's. One of their restaurants had human remains in it.
Yeah, bro. If you got big ass workshops like that, somebody bound to lose their finger and ain't gonna give a fuck.
No, not even that. Just the way they cut the meat with shit, or they cut it with these worms. I seen.
Yeah, bro.
It was a specific type, but it was some crazy shit.
The FDA say it's okay if like a pound of hamburger meat got 3 or 4 roast legs in it.
I mean,
shit like that.
I've heard that.
That's okay. That's okay to sell. Sell that. That's good. Let that go. So if you got 20,000 pounds of hamburger meat to sell, if it got a whole human body in there, all right, let that go.
Yeah, because damn, you're right. Cause that's the equivalent of the fucking roach legs.
Yeah. If we got that's the equivalent of a whole elephant.
Yeah.
If a whole elephant fell in there and got chopped, well, let it go. Fuck it. We can sell it. Sell it all.
Because I know one of the biggest plants here is that little Tyson plant, bro. And I used to, when I worked there cleaning it, when I was working there cleaning it, I was like, man, this shit don't look like, shit don't look, I don't know what, it's supposed to look like in its natural state, but this don't look righteous.
Hey, why are you a scientist to feed people?
Yeah, huh?
Right? Think about that, bro. Why you need science to feed people?
Yeah.
I mean, if you study in nature or plants or some shit like that, I guess you can say, oh, yeah, we found this science way to feed people. But when you're talking about animals and shit you can just go out there and hunt, kill to eat, you don't need a scientist involved with it. Nobody should be eating fucking food where a scientist was involved with this shit. Because a scientist had to invent it. And a cow, bro, that's what we eat today as beef and hamburgers and steaks and shit. That's a genetically modified organism. You know what I mean? That animal is not made to be set out in a damn pasture just to be waiting to be slaughtered and milked and shit. That was 2 living creatures that they brought together to make docile like that. That's a GMO.
Yeah.
That means that animals.
Will you? Appreciate it, man.
Sorry, I was trying to.
I know. All right, you good, bro?
Oh, that means that
had
animals.
to check my.
Excuse me.
Oh, I feel you.
No, I wasn't checking nothing. She nothing. What? These are jokes, baby. Yeah, but nah, you right though, bro. Because there's a lot of shit that's unnatural that's normalized, bro. And they've been that way for so long.
I'm going to go in there.
Yep, hey, because these white folks, bro.
Coconut. Yeah, man. God.
Coconut water?
Nah, I wish.
Oh, yeah, that's the shit.
I wish. Can't afford it right now. Can't afford it right now. I just been drinking pH balanced water, though.
That pH balanced water?
Yeah.
That's that added shit though, bro. That's when you buy a fish, you gotta add pH to it.
Okay.
You don't want to drink powdered water, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I ain't talking about. I mean, like balanced, kinda.
Yeah, I know.
Because anything I see when they say with electrolytes for taste, I don't fuck with it.
Yeah, if there's any water that say anything added, bro, miss that.
Yeah, I don't fuck with it. I try to get natural spring water if I can.
Yeah, just spring water, bro.
Yeah, I do my best.
With just water, spring water, but coconut water, 100% coconut water. That's that lick right there. They got everything in it.
Well, that's even what I use to moisturize when I'm super ashy is coconut oil.
Yeah, bro, coconut oil. Yeah, coconut is the shit, bro.
Like, you know us, when it get cold, my face get a little ashy around the edges.
Hey, coconut. Coconut oil, nigga, keep your shit healthy, the motherfucker, nigga, and put coconut in your body.
Hey, bro, I'm obligated to let you know that I have been recording this conversation.
Well, they don't give a fuck.
And I'm going to use it for the podcast. Because this is what I wanted it to be, bro. It's just dope-ass conversations, man.
Hey, well,
and it happened so fucking naturally.
Yeah.
Because I don't, you know me, I don't have a character to turn on. I used to tell Flip that shit, like, bro, I don't have a character to turn on. I'm just me. So if I ain't feeling like that, I'm not feeling like that. Even when I create now, I can't just turn it on.
No,
Man,
that can't nobody just turn it on, bro.
I don't
When
know how to
people
do that.
think that they could just fucking turn it on, that's when they lose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you watch basketball, and you got a team like, say, like Golden State, how great them motherfuckers is with the talent they got.
Bro.
If it's any time in the playoffs,
We
if
can
they
keep
ain't
it light and
rolling,
talk some sports, bro.
Yeah.
Because
They
me and
can
you
just
ain't
turn
talked
it on, they
sports in
gonna
a
lose.
minute. You know, that's the only thing I know about is basketball. And that ain't changed. That's the only sport I pay attention to. But why
That's
bro?
what happened.
How they let them do that though?
Who?
The fucking Warrior Squad. How they let them put that together though?
Oh,
Because you remember when Chris Paul tried to go to the Lakers and they vetoed it for whatever reason and made him go to the Clippers to make the Clippers pop off. I feel like it was some business shit.
Well, that was a motherfucking a different
Commissioner?
Commissioner.
Yeah,
and then,
yeah.
LeBron James changed the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He changed the game completely. He made it so where the players got, you know, at least 75% of the power and the say so on what they want to do.
Yeah.
You know, and plus Boogie was a free agent. You know, plus him and Kevin was free agents. They
Bro,
could
but I'm just saying, bro.
What's up?
I'm just saying that starting five, bro.
Hey, yeah, that's stupid, bro.
Fam.
I heard the news. I was dumbfounded.
Fam.
Right, look at it like this. Look at it like this. It wouldn't seem so bad if Cleveland stayed together because... I can't compare. Hold on. Remember the first time that Cleveland and Golden State played?
Yeah.
It was just LeBron, right? Kyrie and Kevin Love was hurt.
Yep.
They missed the whole finals, right? It was just LeBron by himself, and Golden State won.
And LeBron balled out though, but you're right though.
Balled out, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Took them 6 games,
yeah,
right?
you're right.
Come back the next season. Cleveland healthy. It's Cleveland Big 3 against Golden State Big 3. Cleveland proved that their Big 3 was better. They won.
It was clutch
right?
though. Yeah.
They would have won the year before if Kyrie and Love was healthy. They would have been 2-2 against
Even
Golden
if Kyrie
State,
was healthy, I
1-3.
believe.
Yeah.
Because Golden State, they was rolling that. They might have still won it. But you're right, though. It would have been a different ball game, though.
They would have got it, bro. They was better.
Yeah, it would have been a different ball game.
LeBron, Kyrie, and Love was better than Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green.
Yeah.
They was better, plain and simple.
Yeah.
Golden State realized they needed help to beat them. Motherfucking free agent. This nigga Durant was a free agent, bro. He could have went anywhere. You know what I'm saying? He went to Golden State. They needed.
He was my favorite player at one point.
Yeah.
You remember I used to run with OKC because of him.
Yeah. They needed Kevin Durant. Golden State needed Kevin Durant to beat Cleveland.
Bro, okay.
They needed him.
But they
wasn't going to beat them. They would have probably faced them again the next 2 seasons like they did without Durant and lost.
They was 73 and fucking 9.
Yeah, but to me,
fuck.
If to me, Kevin Durant is the only player that could have went to Golden State and beat Cleveland.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that, bro.
You couldn't have got no other player to go to Golden
Bro,
State.
the way they was rolling,
if
you take that 73 and 9 team, the way they was rolling, you can insert damn near any small forward.
Yeah.
Or almost, I wouldn't say any center, but you could have threw Paul George in there.
Yeah.
If Jimmy Butler didn't have such an attitude, he could have got in there and played. Like, they just needed that one little thing to make them unstoppable.
Yeah. And they just wasn't. But they got Durant. And Durant made them fucking unstoppable.
Bro.
And then you throw in, and Boogie, that's a great addition. But he came in injured.
Yeah.
Achilles injury. You know what I mean? That back in the day, that's career ending.
Yeah.
So you don't know really.
And he a big man, too.
Left.
People keep forgetting that Boogie's a big man. That motherfucker's 6'10", 6'11", some shit. That's a big dude with that injury.
Yeah, a big ass nigga with a lot of talent.
Yeah.
Shit. But at the same
that's
time, coming off that type of injury, he ain't the same.
In that system, though, he ain't required to carry him either.
Yeah, you're right.
And he can catch and shoot, bro. You know what I mean? He ain't got to do traditional big man shit. He can just space the floor and stretch him out like they wanted Love to do, but he never got used to that role.
Yeah.
But it's just crazy to look at, and it's like, bro, that's not. Yeah. You can't compete with that.
Hey, if Cousins was 100% and never got injured and went to Cleveland, I'd say that's cheating like the Patriots or some shit.
Nah, fuck that.
Ain't
It's
no way
still,
in motherfucking
it's still,
hell they need no healthy cousins.
it's still lopsided, bro. Because
it's still lopsided. Even
you got to
having
think
80%,
if you got a team that got a good center, they got to play him.
Yeah.
They got to play everybody on the floor. You can't slag off of none of them motherfuckers. Because even Draymond will light you up if he own.
It's also their mentality too, though.
That's true.
Because remember, look back.
I said that
at Detroit. Remember when Detroit had
in 04, 05?
Billups,
Yep.
you know,
Rip Hamilton,
Wallace, you know, and they beat the Lakers.
Yep.
And then the next year,
I think who put them out? The Mavericks?
San Antonio.
San Antonio.
And then they could have went back the third year. They had the same team, but they let one nigga beat them, LeBron James.
Yeah.
One motherfucker knocked
that
whole squad off.
Bro, he had an MJ Kobe moment. He had a fucking, he had an all-time great moment in that series. I remember that.
But Detroit mentality was off.
Yeah.
They thought they had that. They should have had it. They should have thought they had it, but the mentality they thought that they had it, and this nigga erupted the way the fuck he did is the reason they lost.
Yeah.
Because of their fucking
Because
mentality.
he snapped, bro. That's when I started paying attention to his greatness. Because I don't like hype.
Yeah.
Don't tell me somebody great. Let me see it.
Yeah. And it can be, same thing can happen to Golden State now. If their mentality is they can beat any motherfucking body, they can just turn it on and beat any fucking body in the playoffs. If somebody have a playoff series like LeBron had against Detroit, it's over for them boys.
Bro, you know what make them so dangerous, though? Aside from the talent, just raw talent, is that they did what the Spurs did and they utilized all their weapons and they play as a team. Because you remember the Spurs, I feel like if it was just Duncan and you had a bunch of bums, they wouldn't have did what they did. Or if it was just Tony with a bunch of bums.
That was all three of them niggas. I mean, that nigga was...
Bro, they was a swarm.
He was a
defense
triangle.
and offense.
They was a triangle.
Yeah.
And he was the centerpiece of that motherfucking triangle.
Bro, I said...
Parker and Mount Ginobili was you know, they deserve a whole lot of credit.
Do you remember the season when OKC with all them babies went to the finals? Mm-hmm. I said if they could have took notes from what San Antonio was doing, they would have been the best team in the league. But they immediately blew that shit up, though. Immediately, James, y'all, we don't want to give you $4 extra million, so.
James left. They didn't want to pay him, but he was a free agent and smashed. I mean,
I would have too, though, because they didn't want to pay him. He knew his worth, because he was coming off the bench, bro. He even said it like, man, I came off the bench for 3 seasons for Scott Brooks.
Yeah.
And was balling, bro. Yeah. Every time he came in the game, he would go off.
Yeah, but he slumped in the playoffs, though.
He still do that now.
Yeah.
I ain't seen him do shit.
Last year was his first year
in
the playoffs. He balled in the playoffs last year. But that's his first motherfucker.
For 2 games. I'll give him 2 games. Because the other ones was kind of just run-of-the-mill average shit for him.
Yeah.
Because the regular season, James Harden is fucking unstoppable. Now, if he can do half of what he's doing now in the playoffs, and they healthy, ooh.
Now, it's hard.
Western Conference Finals. That's true.
You got to consistently play against, the best competition.
And they can adjust. You're right. Yeah. But if he even do half of this.
Go for 40 in the playoffs, nigga.
Bro.
Because Iverson did it.
Yeah.
And he didn't have no help.
And that was just him. That's what I'm saying. He didn't have no team. They got a good team, bro.
In the finals. If he could have had help, he'd have won a championship.
Yeah.
And Harden got help.
Yeah.
So if he can go for goddamn 40, he can beat Golden State this year for sure. But he can be that dude that can LeBron them niggas.
Yeah.
Real shit.
He's shown it because they beat him They beat him 3 times this year in the regular season.
And they beat him last
year. And
one
of them games was without Paul. One of them was without Harden.
Yeah.
So they showing that we got a team. We got a team that can run with y'all. God damn it. We might not be able to go shot for shot, but damn it, we can.
They can go.
We can pull it out.
They got a nigga that can put up 60.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, but the thing, motherfucking Golden
if they
State
can,
got 3 niggas that can put up 60.
Bro, really? They got 4.5.
Oh, yeah, you're right. They got 4.
They got 4.5.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
because I done seen Boogie go the fuck off before.
Yeah, you're right.
And it ain't really no big man that can stop his 3-pointer, they can stop his mid-range, and in the paint if he owned down low.
See, that's the thing.
And then Draymond can get you for 25, 30. Sneakily. Sneakily, though. Sneakily.
Mindset fucked up. That's the only thing.
You got to break their heart. You got to do something. And I feel like the Rockets, even if they don't win this next game against them, they still got that psychological thing in there. Like, damn, these motherfuckers beat us.
Oh yeah.
So they overcompensate. They do something where they fuck themselves. You right. You right about that, bro.
That's the only reason.
What you think about how you feel about the Lakers though?
Man, LeBron got hurt, fucked it up. Because then and then after they collapsed when LeBron got hurt, they tried to make that trade and literally give away the whole fucking team. That
I hated that.
Up.
I hated that, bro.
Yeah, that was stupid.
I hated that. And it was so blatant. It was so disrespectful, bro. Because I like Kuzma, bro. I like Kuzma and I like Hart.
Yeah. All them little niggas got talent, bro.
Yeah.
You can't. I don't give a fuck how talented one nigga is. He ain't as talented as 6 motherfuckers.
Nah, and they babies too, and they still growing.
Yeah.
Because they got 3 dudes with the potential to be. They got 3.5 dudes with potential to be superstars.
Potential.
You know what I mean? Real. And that's Kuzma, fucking Ingram, Hart, and Ball. They need to turn Ball into a fucking Rondo and stop trying to make him shoot.
Yeah, and they was balling.
I thought that's what they was gonna do.
Before LeBron got hurt, they was in the playoffs.
Yeah,
they was competing. They was 6th spot, I think, in the West before LeBron got hurt. That's the only reason they fell off.
Yeah.
And now that they did all them trades and shit, why the fuck would you want to play for a team that want to get rid of you?
Yeah.
I mean, you under contract, so of course you still gonna fucking go out there and play basketball. But
I seen Kuz and Ingram step
basketball.
up. Yeah.
You ain't got no purpose. You don't give a fuck if you know you finna be traded. You ain't finna play. That's like a nigga. You fucking finna get fired. Why the fuck would you perform well? Why would you?
That's what Steven Jackson said too. Steven Jackson said that. He said because you as a competitor, you still want to compete, but then you like, I don't want to give them no more of me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So I get
for
that.
What?
I can see that.
You don't give a fuck what I got.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
I can go for 50 fucking points a game for the rest of this fucking season. And what the fuck did that mean to y'all?
And I'm going for this guy.
You know what I mean? And you said all 3 of them youngsters got a lot of fucking talent. They can all ball with an old nigga like LeBron. This team he got now.
And that's what he needed to balance out his age, man. Yeah, that's what the fuck he needed to balance out his age too. But then I've seen him say, he said little shit in the media where it's like, damn, fam, this is what you needed. This is why you left Cleveland, because everybody old and beat up. You came over here with these young motherfuckers that got legs, that can run, like they can do what you want to do. You got enough shooters, even though ain't nobody making nothing.
Yeah,
but you got enough shooters. You got a mix of veterans.
He got a squad. He got a way better squad around him this year than
you read that roster, you like, damn, these motherfuckers got a team, but it just ain't quite come together.
And he done fucked up their mindset now. Now they don't want to play together.
Yeah, I think Luke about to be gone too.
Yeah, he had it there.
Yeah. Granted, I think he need to be an assistant coach though, because I haven't seen him do nothing.
That dude been coming up, bro.
I ain't seen him do shit though.
LeBron James is a coach stopper and a young player.
That's true.
Stopper,
that's true. I can't 100% agree with the young player stopper, but I do agree with the coach though.
Yeah, I mean, hey.
Because in Cleveland, he just Tyrone Lue, shut the fuck up. I got this.
You see what he did to Wiggins?
Yeah.
And you see how he made Kyrie feel?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, young player stopper. You know, Kyrie left because he felt like he wasn't gonna get his chance at a historic player shine.
Yeah.
You know, playing with LeBron.
Yeah.
You know, he didn't want to be overshadowed by playing with a fucking great player like LeBron. You know what I mean? That was like niggas probably didn't want to go play with Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Not unless they was an underling. You know,
and then the thing, though, because from what I've seen in my research with him, is he grew into a better team player, but he was always that X factor though too.
Who, LeBron?
No, Jordan.
Oh, Jordan, yeah.
Because he grew into a great team player and a great leader. Yeah. But he was like, look, motherfucker, this is what we doing. And then he went out there and went crazy. Like, just play your part. Yeah. And I'm going to do my part. And my part is to go out here and kill shit.
Phil Jackson taught that nigga how to kill. But then when you make that open pass after you done scored 50 fucking points and you pass the goddamn ball to this wide open junky ass white dude in the corner
who ain't really done shit,
the game winner. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna take your status even fucking greater. You know what I mean? Because that's guaranteed win.
But bro, that's what kills me. that's my conundrum with this Lakers shit is LeBron one of the best facilitators I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But the thing is, he's so stuck in his mentality of he wanted his way on the floor. Because that's what fucked Cleveland up, too. Because Kevin Love, you remember when he was with the Timberwolves, 20 and 20 in his sleep.
Oh, yeah. He was
20 and 20 in his sleep.
30-30 nigga.
Bro, he get to fucking Cleveland. They want him to be a stretch for. This not a big, mobile, fast motherfucker like that.
Yeah.
That's not what he do. He can catch and shoot, and that motherfucker can get down low and bang around and guarantee you some rebounds. But they want him to do that and be a stretch for, and it didn't work out.
He wanted to play with LeBron, though, bro.
I ain't mad at it.
He had to change his game up to do that.
I ain't mad at it.
Up and down the court type of player. You can't.
I ain't mad. I just seen that though that they fucked him up with that one.
Yeah.
Because he didn't get to play his game, the game that had him winning with the Timberwolves. Because he never got them numbers again, even rebounds.
I felt, the last 2 seasons that they lost to Golden State, if they had that Kevin Love, they probably had a better chance.
Yeah.
They'd had that 30-30 Kevin Love.
But he ain't keeping up with Draymond, zipping and running and bouncing around and karate flipping and karate chopping.
He should have. He was in Minnesota, he was just a motherfucking big ass white dude grabbing motherfucking rebounds and knocking down.
And he was a number one option too.
Yeah.
You got a motherfucker like Rubio was still there. Just here, Kevin. I got you down low outside. I got you. Like, you right.
Mm-hmm.
You right. But that shit broke my heart though. I'm like, these motherfuckers ain't going to the playoffs.
Yeah.
That shit was, that's crazy to me.
They got a chance. Because they was, LeBron that great, bro. He didn't have way worse players around him than he got right now.
Yeah.
Way worse. And it went to
because
the finals.
He came back and his numbers still basically the same.
Yeah, and they was balling, and they started the season like this. Motherfuckers forgot they started the season trashy. Niggas was down them, and then these niggas went on, like a 20-game run where they was like, 17, 15 for 5 or some shit. And
he did that with Cleveland before they made all them trades too.
Yeah,
and then after the trade, they did it, and then it was like kaput. Even though they made it to the finals anyway, but that's because of him.
But when LeBron got hurt, they basically just went back to the team they was last year. That only won 32 games.
Just a bunch of babies out there individually running around.
Some youngsters.
Because Rondo came and was leading a little bit when he was on the floor, which is what he do.
He got hurt too.
Yeah,
he fucking got hurt too. He been out. His injury hurt him too.
Yeah.
Because not last season, but the year before last. Damn, what's the little nigga that play for New Orleans now? The Lakers lost. You remember his name?
Randall?
Randall.
Julius Randall? Yeah.
When they had Randall.
I liked him too.
Luke had them boys balling.
He reminded me of Draymond a little bit.
Yeah. They was on their way heading up.
Yeah.
And then they lost him. And then last year they kind of fell off a little bit, missing him. And they barely just missed the playoffs last year.
I would have tried to keep him too, especially on the defensive end.
Yeah. LeBron, I think they won like 35 games. Yeah, they won like 35 games last year because I remember they needed like 15 more wins this year to make 50 wins. LeBron guaranteed them 15 more wins. Guaranteed it.
Yeah.
And if he would never got hurt, they'd be right there in that position to be a 50 and 32 game team in the playoffs.
And you know him, he don't give a fuck about the seed as long as he get there. Well, maybe this season I would care about the seed if the Lakers going to be if the Warriors honestly, number one.
I don't think LeBron give a fuck, bro. I think he went out there to L.A. to get their final contract. That's it. Period. What else can he do, man?
Yeah. Then he don't get no props either, bro. I be seeing people just, he lost this many times. You know how many motherfuckers didn't get to the finals? And y'all still say they great?
8 straight.
And it was because of him.
Hey, Jordan ain't never owned the Eastern Conference the way that LeBron did.
I got a hot take, too.
Hey, it wasn't no teams to compete with fucking Jordan in the Eastern Conference the whole fucking time he won championships.
That's true.
Period. None.
That's true.
The Knicks was the only motherfucking good team.
That was close,
yeah. The whole goddamn stretch. That was a good team.
That was close, yep. You ain't bullshitting.
Period.
And somebody said that, too. It might have been Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp might have said that.
Say what?
Shannon Sharp might have said exactly what you just said.
Yeah, he didn't have no competition in the East getting to the finals.
And it damn sure wasn't no equals as far as him.
Yeah.
Because back then, you would see a lot of individual matchups, and he didn't have nobody.
Because they lost to Orlando in Eastern Conference Finals. Then Shaq left and went to fucking LA the season after that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that competition flew out the fucking window. It was easy for him to get to the finals. But LeBron, I guess it was easy for him, too, because he dominated the Eastern Conference teams. But to do that shit 8 straight motherfucking times, nigga, Jordan didn't own the league like that.
I don't know if you want to watch something or not.
No, I'm going to eat and shower because I have to work in the morning.
Oh, okay. My fault, bro.
No, you good.
Man, I got a hot take about the Miami Heat, quote-unquote, super team.
Yeah.
Let's take LeBron off that team. Are they going to the finals 4 years in a row?
Hell no.
That's exactly my point. Because you know, bro, I love Wade. I love Wade, bro, but I keep trying to tell people that is not the equivalent of this Golden State shit.
That became the new Cleveland when LeBron got there. That was his team automatically.
Yeah.
But Dwayne Wade wasn't the Flash no more. He was injured.
And Bosh was never that dude that can carry the franchise.
Yeah.
He can put numbers up. He could ball. Yeah. But he wasn't never the one nobody was like, fuck, we got to play Bosh tonight.
Yeah. No, Bosh came in as a big threat, but even he knew how great LeBron was, and he had to step back, so LeBron didn't have to step back. LeBron was too great to step back.
Yeah.
When you put a team together with talent like that, and you got a player like LeBron, that's like if Jordan would have joined the fucking big three.
Yeah.
The other niggas would have had to step back. You can't have a player of Jordan caliber step back. You need every fucking thing he can bring. You don't want him going from 36 points a game to 20 points a game so that 2 other niggas can score points. No, fuck that. That nigga is too great. And LeBron was too great to let a hurt-ass Wade and a big soft nigga, continue to be all-star
exactly my
caliber.
point, man. Because I said that, like, people be trying to make it seem like they was not a shoe-in.
Hell no.
They got together and they wasn't never know, oh, shit. It was because LeBron was there.
LeBron, that was
Wade and Bosh together, wasn't nobody fearing that team, man.
Period. Yeah, it wasn't no reason for nobody to fear Miami if LeBron wasn't out there. That's the only reason motherfuckers fear Cleveland. When they feared Cleveland on LeBron was just by himself.
True.
Period.
Bro, because he did come in as a rookie and turned that shit all the way around.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ. I just watched that shit. I was like, fuck.
He been dominating the league since his second season.
Because even his teammates was like, man, this kid ain't going to do shit. And they all, by the end of the season, was like, God damn, he made a difference. He turned.
Hey,
he's the real deal.
First game?
Mm-hmm.
Bro,
I just watched it a few months ago.
I watched it live, bro. When it was live. Nigga, it was dead silence, bro. Motherfuckers was watching this dude around the world, bro. I felt it. Yeah. I felt it in my fucking bones. Just watching him on the fucking screen. Niggas could not wait to see how great LeBron James was going to come out to be. And you could just look at the motherfuckers in the crowd. He was on the road, I think, and motherfuckers were just waiting to see what this nigga was going to do.
Yeah.
They was waiting to see his first basket. They was waiting to see his second basket. They was waiting to see everything. And it's been like that ever since he been in the fucking league. The whole time. That nigga that great.
Yeah. Because I see it now, man. Like I said, I fucks with him. Even when I hear him talk, when I see his demeanor off the court. Now, granted, he plugged in, but I believe him to be a solid dude for the most part.
Oh, yeah.
Because I see him do too much dope shit that he really ain't obligated to do. He could be on some Jordan shit like, man, I made my money. Fuck y'all, leave me alone.
Yeah.
But I see him like he just built a school.
Yeah.
And fucking got programs for the parents to come get their GEDs and learn some shit. If the kids graduate, he paid their tuition. He just spent millions paying kids through school, like just doing a lot of shit. Put his partners in position to be, that shit is dope to me.
Rich Paul, you know who that is, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's his homie.
I just listened to a podcast with Chris Broussard was interviewing him.
Yeah, he grew up with, that's his boy he put on, and this dude one of the biggest goddamn
agents.
Huh?
Agent?
He's one of the biggest goddamn sports agents in the world.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
He got all kind of motherfuckers.
And then I tell people all the time, like, when he going against these teams, he's playing teams.
Yeah, teams.
Like, he ain't playing as another dude equal to him on the other side. He playing a team with greatness.
That's what people don't get about Jordan.
with greatness.
He played teams.
Yeah.
And he played on a team, and he played teams.
Yeah.
It was never just no 1-on-5. Never.
Yeah.
It's same with LeBron. Ain't no damn 1-on-5. This nigga lost to Golden State Warriors. Cleveland
one
lost
of the best.
To Golden State
yeah,
Warriors.
yeah. But then you look at the Golden State team in comparison.
Yeah.
Way better.
Way better.
Way fucking more talent.
Way better.
You know, better coaching, better organization at the top. Because Jerry West was still there early on, and he was making moves. That little goddamn Jerry West. Because I was fucking with the Warriors when they had just who they drafted.
Yeah, I remember you was a Warriors fan. Yeah.
When they had just who they drafted. You know, before that I was fucking with Steven Jackson and fucking Jason Richardson. I believe
Dale Davis and shit.
But now I can't fuck with him. Once Durant went, I was like, yeah, I'm cool.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a bandwagon motherfucker. I see all these people now, they fans, they fuck with him now. Oh, they love him. Steph Curry's my favorite player. You just like popularity, motherfucker. You living vicariously through this cat.
Hey, if Cleveland could have kept fucking Kyrie and brought in another superstar to help compete.
I think if he was there, they would have too, bro.
We wouldn't be tripping.
Yeah.
Because, I wish I was watching basketball back when Boston and the Lakers was going back and forth in the fucking 80s.
Yeah.
You know, that was for fucking 7 years.
Banging.
7 years, them motherfuckers play against each other in the finals, my nigga. 7.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot.
And it was a foregone conclusion, too.
Yeah.
It was, you ain't lying, it was just them.
Yeah, it was just
forgot
them,
about
bro.
that,
And,
yeah.
I mean, they had a chance to do that again. Because, I mean, motherfuckers thought that Golden State cheated. But, no, they needed fucking Kevin Durant in order to beat Cleveland. Or else they would have fucking been 3-1 against Cleveland.
Because they was dope, bro. They was dope. Because they made me pay attention. I got to looking over again. Because I was mad when they got rid of Ellis. Because I didn't see Steph's potential back then. I knew he had a shot. I knew he had some dog in him. But I didn't see this.
But that was it, though.
I didn't see this shit. And Clay, when he came, I didn't give a fuck. I didn't care. I knew that was Michael Thompson's son. But I was like, okay, and?
Draymond Green came out of nowhere for me.
Yeah, Draymond came in. It was like, I'm a straight Rodman.
Yeah.
with more offense. I'm a heterosexual Rodman with more offense. Because that's my dude. I like Draymond.
Oh, yeah.
I was playing 2K. They just offered me Draymond. I was like, nah, I'm going to have to pass on that.
Oh, you playing 2K?
Yeah. I still suck, though, but I've been playing it. Hey, still garbage. Hey, I got a little superstar getting my ass whooped.
I can't play the computer at all. Shit.
Terrible.
Other motherfuckers, shit.
Terrible, bro.
Deadly.
Yeah, they be fucking me. I can't stop them. I was playing Houston, bro. Okay, and I'm in my 3rd season with the Pacers, right?
Yeah.
And the fucking Rockets got Kevin Durant now.
Ugh.
Philly's lineup is who they got now with Klay Thompson.
Ugh.
Bro. And the Warriors only got Steph and Draymond. They 18 and 44 right now.
Damn. But you niggas old now, huh?
You want one?
I get it, man. I can't chill and do that. Yeah, bro, but...
I fucked up.
Why?
That's not very good.
Nasty or spicy?
And yours has pizza.
Man, yeah, but bro, I'm telling you, the team, I just be liking to see the roster changes when I don't fuck with them. Because normally I go and keep their team together, up the contract, try to change it to see, see what they going to accomplish. But I was like, man, the Warriors ain't shit now without them dudes. Because it's just Steph and Draymond.
Hey, bro, I'm telling you, they wouldn't if they wouldn't have got Kevin Durant, we wouldn't be talking about Golden State.
I think they could pull one off, but people don't want to admit that Steph ain't really been shit in the finals.
No, bro, he was
like nobody wants to. Nobody want to say that. Like,
bro.
Nobody want to say that he got exposed in the finals.
Kyrie destroyed that boy.
Like if he can't just shoot at will,
people forgot
he got to play D.
Before.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Nobody want to mention that Kyrie and Love was out the year before that first championship.
Nah, they just, you making excuses for LeBron. Nah, that's the shit I hear.
Hey,
that's the shit I hear.
And Love wasn't elite players, it'd be excuses.
Yeah.
But them niggas
was very necessary, yeah.
You know what I mean?
They was integral pieces.
They wasn't gonna win without them niggas. Cleveland needed Kyrie and Love to win the championship.
Yeah.
They wasn't out there, they didn't have a chance with just LeBron against them niggas.
That's true.
Because, I mean, Golden State and what they was doing with, because, I mean, that nigga Curry, I mean, goddamn.
Yeah.
Them 2 seasons, goddamn. The shit he was doing, the way he was knocking down shots and shit, it wasn't no way you gonna beat them niggas.
Bro, that shit had me thinking that shit was fixed. I was like, it got to be a magnet in the ball. The ball is remote control.
Yeah,
it got to be something.
No, I was like, it got to be the only niggas doing it. So,
yeah, I was like, it got to be something in this fucking ball, bro. Because this shit is terrible.
I mean, because Clay going for fucking 60 fucking points in 3 quarters, bro. I mean, 28 minutes.
I want you to look that game up and look how much time the ball was in his hands, though.
Yeah, I seen that shit, bro. That less than, 0.3 seconds or some shit like that?
Bro, I'm talking about over that entire span. It wasn't 3-4 minutes that the ball was in his hand, bro.
The whole game or some shit like that?
Bro,
yeah,
something ridiculous.
7.8 seconds or some shit
something ridiculous, bro. It's like, man, fuck y'all. I'm gonna break your fucking kneecap.
Yeah.
I'm a Nancy Harden your ass after this shit. That 37 in the quarter. I fuck with Clay. I would take Clay and build around him.
That's what you call firing away.
Bro, I would take him and build. And I know I like him because he humble, but it got to be bothering him a little bit.
Yeah.
Because it ain't the Splash Brothers no more. All motherfuckers care about is KD and Steph now.
Yeah, but
they treat him like he chopped liver.
Hey, but you know what? Clay ain't never really been all that consistent though, bro.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
He to me, he considered elite, but he probably one of the most inconsistent elite players in the fucking league. I mean, this nigga
you right.
Fucking
you right, bro.
60 and fucking 28 minutes, and then the next fucking game
go for 5 for the next 10
games
games.
from 3. You know?
Yeah.
And he do that shit all the time. He doing that shit his whole career.
Because that 73-9 season, it was because I think it was just because it was them two. And so they was the primary fucking offensive dudes. Everybody else was just playing their role, and them two was making most of the points. But you're right, though. Once KD came, I've seen a lot more inconsistency. Not to say it's KD fault, but you're right, though.
Curry do this shit, every game or every other game. Clay, he'll have a good game.
Steph Curry just a fucking
6
alien,
or 7
man.
games,
He an alien, bro. He's a robot or something.
Who?
Steph Curry's a fucking wizard.
Oh yeah, that's
an alien something.
Hey,
he's fucking.
He really honed into his daddy's teaching. Shit.
I ain't mad at it because even I read a fucking ESPN article when I was waiting on her one day in the clinic somewhere. Yeah. And it was talking about his story and how he used to go outside at his grandma's house and they had a basket on a pole. So it wasn't no backboard. It wasn't if you missed that motherfucking ball would roll down the road. So that he'd be out there just shooting. And his goal was to just swish it. It's just to just straight make it, not to bounce it off the backboard, just make it. And he did that shit all the time.
Yeah,
and when his muscle memory,
you got a daddy that's a great 3-point shooter in the NBA.
Yeah,
so.
And when you see his shot, bro, that shit is it's the same every time.
Yeah, same.
His release is the same every time.
Consistency.
Bro. No matter what he's doing, if it's off balance, fade, 1 foot, whatever, it's the same every time. I respect that.
Hey, to me, the number one characteristic for greatness is consistency, dog.
Yeah.
And that nigga shot consistent. That shit is consistent every time. Every time he released that motherfucker,
that's what made me like
shot.
That's what made me like KD so much, bro.
Yeah.
Because he was a big motherfucker that was like agile. He got handles. He can shoot from anywhere. He can play D if need be. Because he's so goddamn long. He ain't the strongest, biggest motherfucker. But you don't have to be when you goddamn that dominant in every other area. Because even last season, he was one of the best blockers. Protecting the rim.
You got 40 points. Don't give a fuck if your opponent got 18.
I hate playing that motherfucker on the game. Because I got Kelly Oubre on my Pacers squad.
Oh.
KD be giving him the business.
Hey, business.
He be giving him the business, bro. Like, I be having to just foul him like this motherfucker put 28 on me in the first fucking 2 quarters.
Ooh, that's ripping the shred out your ass.
But I couldn't. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna let you ball though. But Harden them ain't getting nothing off. I had to lock him down. You ain't getting shit off.
Nigga, I don't even attempt to play the computer on that motherfucker.
I do.
Fuck this shit. I can play the first quarter good, then before I know it, I'm down 30 goddamn points by the third.
Yeah, they be fucking me. If I'm locked in, I can win. But they be fucking me up though.
But shit, I ain't even got no fucking game console shit.
No shit?
Hell no, I be playing. All the time I play is I be going over Row House, and then that nigga be playing that shit all the time.
Talking about Roman?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the homie, man.
Yeah,
my
that's
guy.
the only nigga I fuck with.
No shit. My guy. Hell yeah. Damn, that's a first, bro.
Oh, man, me too, nigga.
Man.
Been talking for 2 hours, my nigga.
Man, yeah, it's all good, bro. Like I said, I'm glad we got to chop it up, man.
Hell
This
yeah.
your number, right?
Yeah.
Bet, I got it now. You got mine now. We need to chop it up more often, man. In
Oh,
person,
yeah,
on the phone, whatever the case may be, man. I love you, bro. I miss you, man.
Hey, you know that, man. I love you too, bro.
I know it, but that's why with us, it ain't never got to be said because it's understood.
Yeah.
We know what it is. You know what I mean? I just don't want time to pass and, you know.
Yeah.
We look up like, damn, where the fuck my brother at? You know what I mean? Yeah.
But shit, you gonna be able to make it down for grandma, though?
Yeah, for sure, bro.
All right, I'll keep you updated.
For sure, bro.
All right.
Bet, love you, man.
Love you too, man.
Bet.